Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast in the wonderful month of April 2026. We are the titular Easy Allies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Things are a little off kilter this week.
They are. I am still like decompressing from my shift this morning, winding down. I am Michael Huber. We are joined by Daniel Bloodworth.
Hello.
Isla Hank.
Hey.
And ahoy, Don Casanova.
Hoist the sails, Michael.
We're hoisting. We're dropping things, getting things
Huber's
set up.
camera's just drifting away.
Oh, everything's fine. All right. So we have some good stuff today. We got a lot of game announcements going down. There was the Second Wind showcase and there was the ID at Xbox showcase. So we're just going to be going over some fun things we saw. Also, when is the last time anyone has ever heard of a subscription price going down? Because that is what happened. That is what happened with Game Pass. Reduced the price. Yeah.
That's
Will it still be an incredible value again, Don? We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, good.
And then classic Nintendo, they love anything to do with lawyers. They're actually being sued this time.
Good.
Over
all
some,
right.
Yeah.
Their own medicine.
Yeah. How do you like it, Nintendo?
Yeah, we'll see where this goes. Probably never going to hear about this case again, but yeah.
Totally, yeah. Thought we'd bring it up, though. Just a little fun one. And just a quick shout out to the Elden Ring movie. We're going to be going into that for just a second. I just wanted to touch base with that. All right. So let us dive right in. Don Casanova is here.
Yes.
It is time. Black Flag.
Yes.
Black Flag Resynced has been announced, and I'm not going to say. I'm going to let Don. I'm going to let you put your thoughts out there first. You go,
Okay.
bro. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I haven't seen any. I've been under a rock in terms of like getting the temperature with the reaction. So I have no idea what the world is thinking on this. But this is what I'm thinking. First of all, before we got to get it right out there. Immediately when I saw that title again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I just wish they would have spelt it with a K. Resynced. Wouldn't that have been awesome? Like SINKED.
Resunk.
But it's not NetherRealm, dude. What?
What?
It should be resunk because you sink a ship.
I think synced would be a funny play on words. Anyway. Yeah. So I don't know. They did their big presentation, Huber. We all saw it. They got the original voice of Captain Kenway in there. They had the original like creator during the. Yes. It was a 28-minute presentation, first of all, which I was like, whoa, what's going to be in here? Yeah. I was expecting like, whoa, big substantial maybe additions or something. I was like, what are they going to go over in this time? Anyway, it was interesting how they like drew, really legitimized themselves by putting the voice actor in, put in all the had the old, the tie-in to the original devs, and then also showing how much attention they were paying to the fans, supposedly of like, it felt like a real big like move of like, and also being like, oh, and Singapore was involved and stuff. It just, the whole thing was like, not just to hype up Black Flag, but it was sort of trying to like, I felt like, I don't know, like repair their reputation from Skull and Bones or something, you know what I mean? And some of that went down. But overall, I'm pretty pumped, Huber. I got to say, it's not quite everything maybe that I was thinking, but it seems good.
Yeah. First and foremost, the visuals look great. The art style,
really good.
Yeah, everything, the original vibe, I think, is retained, and that's so important because it has the cozy, pirate look, but it just looks like way crazier. Another generation later of graphics.
Yes, the fidelity, everything, obviously, like the foliage, everything looks sharp and awesome, like detailed. I mean, overall, I will say, though, just with the art direction, it did feel like, and I got it again, this is one of those things where you got to obviously see it in motion. but it felt like it just like the color palette, Isla, or something overall was a lot darker maybe than the original.
It looks like higher contrast, maybe,
I
which
wasn't
is
getting the same like vibrancy and like everything, like the water, the nature, everything. It looked really nice.
Yeah,
it's interesting because like out in the sunlight, like when they were showing caves and stuff a second ago, the contrast looked like the blacks looked really crushed. Outside, it looks a little less like that, and it looks like they're doing a lot of volumetric fog, maybe, like, and that's it. It feels good though. It looks kind of good to me. Like, it feels warm out. Which is cool.
You can like feel the sun.
That golden sun was like powerful.
Yeah.
The underwater stuff looks fabulous. Too.
So good.
Yeah.
Some of the bullet points that we are getting retains the game's original structure. But they're obviously, like you would expect, new models and environments, changes to combat.
Which looked good.
Changes to stealth, parkour, and naval gameplay. So rebuilding just the entire bones, no pun intended, of this game. Changes to movement and mission design, including the back ejects. Remember, you could eject back, the side ejects, manual crouch, revised like tracking people when you follow them and eavesdrop. Detections no longer are automatic fails in missions, which is really good. So all these quality of life things. And then combat was revised around more precise parries and shorter combo chains. It feels like it's really leaning into that original Ezio style combat where it really is just about like timing your attacks, timing your parries, getting in that rhythm. Simple, fun, and effective.
I mean, that's the thing. When I went back to Black Flag just a little like last year or whatever, that was one of the things I was like, I forgot how kind of like basic the combat was and stuff like that from what I had remembered in terms of that. Like, you're just parrying, reacting, doing combos, and then like the death slices or whatever. And like, but this did look like they added on a little more. It was like, it felt a little more fluid and not quite as clunky. I would say that it looked much more fluid.
Nice. Totally.
I wonder about some of that stuff because like when they showed the example of like, oh, here's what happens like when you do an eavesdrop mission and somebody like spots you. It did feel like that thing where it was just like, oh, well, you've been spotted and now it's going into combat and like you can't really reset. It felt a little weird to me.
That was odd. No, it's going
like, how do you get the eavesdropping information then?
Right. Yeah. Maybe you pickpocket. Maybe they have like a note on them or something. Yeah, that was weird.
I thought that was weird too. It's like what Huber was just saying, the opposite of it. When we were talking off, I get, but it was just kind of weird. I thought too, because they said, this was such a problem identified by fans that people didn't like how it just like desynced you or whatever, and the mission ended. But you're like turning it into just suddenly all combat kind of effectively is the same sort of thing. To me, you're like, it's not a stealth mission over. Like the stealth mission part of it is just done. You can't go back to that, So interesting choice.
They say on their website, much more flexible game design for tailing missions. So whatever they mean by that.
That's so generic. That's so like open to interpretation.
What's really
the contrast, just to amend my earlier statement about the contrast, like having seen more and more of the footage, like it's really weird. It seems to be time of day dependent. Like there's a period in middle of the day in this footage that was like very low contrast, and now the rest of it seems totally normal again. So it's like wild. Anyway, sorry.
They were talking about they did a new weather system as well. They updated the real-time weather. So
they hyped that up for Shadows, and it was really nice.
The dynamic weather got me pumped. Like that to me is a huge thing. That's awesome that they put a dynamic weather system in place. I mean, it already seemed like a dynamic weather system before, but I guess it probably wasn't. But they did such a nice job with it before. But having a truly dynamic weather system, heck yeah.
Just like some storm on the horizon when you're sailing. Oh my God.
I wonder if it'll be truly dynamic where it's like you'll get into hilarious situations where you're having like a serious cutscene or like a funny cutscene with someone and it's just like thunderstorming on top of you like the whole time. It's just like
what's really crazy, new story content.
Whoa.
New story arcs for Black Flag characters with new missions and returning characters. Crazy.
Yeah.
So they hyped specifically Blackbeard is getting more. So yeah, I like that. I mean, why not? It's a remake, you know? Black Flag is a revered game, but I feel like even something like The Last of Us remake that doesn't really mess with the story, even though The Last of Us story is like so sacred to many of us, it's like, if you're remaking a game, I have no problem adding in story beats and story bits here and there.
Yeah.
Because it's a remake. The original's always going to be around. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Well, will it be? That's one thing that I do worry about with stuff like this, where
Game
it's
preservation,
because it's, I think the thing is, because remember, like, they put out, was it the Ezio collection trilogy or whatever? And there was like some weird things with faces and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
And like similarly here, like there's certain shots where I'm like, okay, like just small details, like these stones feel like they stand out a bit too much, or like this awning like used to be like a trellis with ivy, and now it's like fabric or whatever. But I think the thing to
Trellis
me,
Gate, I remember that controversy.
but it's one of those things where, like, when you have a game like this that was kind of, you know, they were really pushing the envelope and it was very groundbreaking, right? And they were doing a lot of things that they hadn't done before. Then when you have a remake, like sometimes, like, it just feels like there's not as much stakes on it, right? To like make sure everything's right. It's like, oh yeah, you know, it's not a new game, so people aren't going to be as you know, paying as close attention to some of the details. I don't know.
Yeah. This is headed up by Ubisoft Singapore. As Don mentioned earlier, that was the lead on Skull and Bones. They've worked on every Assassin's Creed just about since 2. They got way more responsibility for Assassin's Creed 3. They spearheaded the naval combat. So like the naval situation in Ubisoft is Singapore. And they have major contributions to Unity, Syndicate, and Origins. So
hell yeah!
Shout out here.
They didn't do my silly little wish. It seems to make a you can choose a female Conway.
Kenway,
Kenway.
You just gotta hang out with Anne Bonny more, I guess.
Yeah. Those other characters they added, though, I guess you do there, and it's all back in terms of extra content. Though it's all like background stuff. You know, it sounded like basically coloring their backgrounds and everything. So
that's cool.
Pretty awesome.
It looks cool. The vibes of Black Flag were so chill, man. I'm looking forward to hanging out in this village again. Like,
yes, just sailing the open seas.
Home island you had.
Yeah,
I guess that was the shock. The surprising thing for me is I thought they were going to more like in terms of you think of like, okay, yeah, it's a remake from the ground up, so like they do have that opportunity to add in a little bit of additional sort of stuff here, as long as it's not treading on that original story. And so I really was expecting them to lean more into being like, and it sounded like they hinted at that, but we really didn't get details. And like they said, like expanded underwater stuff, maybe, you know what I mean? Like
they did
expand those zones, or like, but they didn't go into details on that. Or like, for instance, what Bloodworth, you just said, the island thing, like if they expanded that aspect of it slightly, you could see that being an area where they could easily sort of like put some extra content in and, you know, wouldn't mess with the formula. So curious where they put the characters in, which is kind of like a big thing.
That is cool. Because Dawn, in the last one, Shadows, you have your home base and you can freely build buildings and walkways and trees and statues. You have a lot of customization on your base. You can really put things like almost anywhere. I mean, you have your big grid and that's where you're kind of limited to, but you can mix and match and put things kind of anywhere. So I'm wondering if they'll kind of implement that here.
I hope so. I was kind of surprised they didn't even mention that aspect of it. So it could be something they're still, you know, holding up their sleeve.
Yeah.
What do you think about when they're talking about all these new weapons and stuff for the naval combat, Don? Do you think that's going to like make things feel a little bit too arcadey, or you think it's going to be okay?
I think it's nice because it's funny, like with a few things in this, it's they took like morsels of what I think they felt worked in Skull and Bones, and they're putting it into this also, like with how you can get the creature on your ship now, for instance, that was a Skull and Bones thing that they're sort of just like implementing into this now. You can have your pet on the ship, and like, so that area of like expanding the options for naval combat was like something that was kind of like a Skull and Bones things like that had so many options, you know what I mean, in terms of like weaponry and everything like that. I think it's going to work. I don't think it'll be too arcadey because I think it already treaded just a perfect line of like, it wasn't a simulation and it was more arcadey than anything else, but it was like just a really satisfying.
It felt right.
Yeah, it just felt so good. And I think they had quite a few weapons already. So with everything I saw them reveal, at least, nothing sent out any red flag in that aspect for me.
That's kind of the question I have is like, we're in a bit of a piratisance right now. And
sure.
Since this game came out, we've had Sea of Thieves, we've had Skull and Bones, now Windrose is happening and blowing up. And I'm wondering, I mean, it's kind of funny to think about, but it's like if they took those games into account to like quote unquote like modernize this pirate game like that preceded many of those, if not all of them, like because this kind of put pirating on the map again.
2013
since Sid Meier's Pirates,
No,
13 years. That's a long time. It doesn't feel like 13 years since that came out.
Sea of Thieves, you can have pets and stuff on the ship, and it looks almost exactly the same, like the monkey or parrot sitting on right in front of the...
they were inspired by some Sea of Thieves action, for sure. No DLC, or no Freedom Cry with this, no multiplayer, none of that stuff. No modern day scenario.
No second screen map?
Yeah.
I kind of loved that.
That was another area like I was expecting them to sort of lean into with what they could expand. Yeah, they didn't mention that, and you're right. They didn't. The Animus stuff. They originally, I heard they had taken it out completely, but in this presentation, it sounds like it's still there, but just in a very limited reference story
minimized,
way. Like I don't think you're actually going to travel to.
I'm wondering if it'll be like Shadows, like where it's like on your kind of quest board area, but just kind of like off to the side. They treat them like daily and weekly missions, and you're just rewarded with a lot of like text about the overarching lore. It
is called Black Flag Resynced, so it'd be weird if that entire future stuff is completely removed, because then the title won't make any sense.
Again, another reason why they should have put that K in there. Isla would have been clear.
Yeah, that would have made it real clear.
It was a very strange and unique thing for the future in Black Flag.
Yeah. You're working at like a game developer.
Right.
Yeah, it was so bizarre.
Abstergo making
Walk
games.
around the office and like see all of the different little Easter eggs and stuff. Yeah.
So there is going to be modern day, but who knows like what that entails. Alrighty, any other thoughts on this remake? Big game.
Yeah, right in the middle of summer, July 7th, I think, or 9th. So
right around the corner.
Crazy.
Great timing.
July 9th.
No, it felt so, it was bizarre watching it, especially how it opened, just because it felt just like so familiar. Like you remembered everything. It was very familiar, even like some of the passageways they showed the ship traveling through. You're like, I remember that exact moment and everything.
Yeah. No, there are definitely some of those shots, Don, where like, am I looking at the old one or the new one? And then they bring up the comparison and like, oh, okay. Like, like you're saying, like some of those tree models and stuff, and like I remember that exact same tree sequence from Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh right, some of the parkour sequence was literally like identical. Yeah. It was so funny. Yeah.
Did they mention the shanties at all? Or is it the same
New shanties as well?
They have a new shanty.
Yeah.
I think at least one new shanty and one new audio or track on it.
New shanties just dropped, bro. Hell yeah.
Hyped on the shanties.
The voice actor was like, I still listen to the shanties when I'm driving in my car sometimes. So.
Dude, Lever Johnny, dude. Sometimes I just bust into a round of Lever Johnny, dude. Hell yeah.
And it is coming, I think we said July 9th, so soon, right around the corner.
Perfect summer game.
To PS5, Windows, and Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk Xbox.
Sick. Alrighty. That's it. Black Flag.
Hell yeah.
Don, are you going to stick around for the segments?
I'm going to shove off now.
See you on the open seas.
Godspeed, sailor.
Bid you adieu. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, tell me when we're good.
We done been good till you said that.
Been good, sorry. Alrighty. Next up, the Second Wind Showcase, Bloodworth. Any ID showcase. A lot of games. Just pages and pages and pages, Blood.
Yeah.
What did you think of this? And can you point out some highlights for those of us that missed it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, do your best.
So,
his notes are frighteningly long.
Yeah, always.
Like, and the funny thing is I don't have a lot of like I have like a couple of words per game, right? It's like they're not even complete sentences.
Let me put this to you, Blood. The ID at Xbox channel themselves has a recap of ID at Xbox that is 3 minutes long. So can you beat that?
Well, I mean, I don't even know about the ID at Xbox stuff really. I'm looking at the blog. I didn't. This is my
I just
notes
threw
are
that.
just
I
Second
threw
Wind.
that on top. This is mostly Second Wind.
Okay.
I just figured, and there was an ID at Xbox showcase.
Yeah, because ID at Xbox had actually a couple of the same games were in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Crash Out Crew is like a co-op game with forklifts, which I think is going to be fun. And then what else? I haven't like really dug deep into Aphelion, but that's the new Don't Nod game, the astronaut game.
Aphelion!
That's pretty soon that's coming out. Let's see. They had Escape Academy 2 in there. They revealed Golf with Your Friends 2 in there.
I know the one I'm hyped about the most. Can we start there?
Incombini? Yeah.
Well, obviously that. But we've known about that forever. Okay. I would say what got me the most hyped was Guns and Goblins.
Okay. That was in Second Wind, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was looking at that idea at Xbox stuff.
Sorry. I'm so hyped on that one, Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, what are we doing? I'm trying to figure out the B-roll situation here.
We're doing...
Let's do Guns and Goblins. It's the designer of Mini Shoot Adventures.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so... So that's the one that was like first person, but then you had like these hordes of like pixel enemies. So it's like it looks like you're in a 3D environment, but then you've got like piles and piles and piles of monsters and stuff there.
It looks so fun. I'm obsessed with games like this. Mini Shoot Adventures, obviously, chat knows. We stream the hell out of that game.
Which just came out on console, I believe.
Oh, do not skip Mini Shoot Adventures, everybody. That is a very, very, very excellent shoot 'em up, roguelite, cross original Zelda, a little bit of shades of that.
Very much Zelda with the spaceship,
Yeah, so much fun. So the fact that this is coming off of that, same creator, that's always kind of the most important thing to me for an unknown game, not a sequel or any big franchise or anything, a totally unknown game. It's like, who's making this? It's like, oh, you made a game already that I love. So on top of this already looking really cool, combining those things, it's like, all right, Guns and Goblins on my list, top of my list right now.
Yeah. And then I guess, for Second Wind, like as a whole, it's got like those first showcase growing pains, right? Where it's like, okay, you're doing a showcase for the first time. If you're not familiar with what Second Wind is, by the way, it's the guys that left The Escapist a while back, including Zero Punctuation and Nick Calandra.
continuing the long and glorious history of companies in the gaming sphere naming themselves something that references the fact that they're the thing coming after another thing, so that they'll forever be under the shadow of the previous thing.
But yeah, so they decided to showcase this year. It is, and I didn't know this until I was sitting there waiting for announcements to happen. It is 2.5 hours long, which is why my notes are so long.
That is so wild.
And then it was a good mix of trailers and dev diary things in there. So I felt like it didn't get too like back to back towards like so fast that like, oh my gosh, just please stop. And then every once in a while they'd have like a little like second wind like interstitial with like the zero punctuation style graphics, you know, the little kind of stick figure Rayman looking guys. But which was funny because you know, like I know some of them, but I don't like follow the content. So it's like I like am looking at these caricatures of people at second wind. I'm like, I don't know who that guy is. Who that guy is like, you know, like just trying to identify them by voices or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, so I was, you know, the funny thing is I was watching not because we were going to talk about this on the podcast, because I didn't even know I was going to be on the podcast until right before we started shooting.
Got your ass.
Got him.
I was watching because one of our clients had 7 game announcements in here, or 7 announcements. One was a new game. The others were other types of announcements.
Yukio clients, not Easy Allies clients.
Yeah, and
we don't have clients.
So yeah, so I had to push a press release out as soon as the 7th one was announced, and so I'm like waiting. It was like almost an hour before the first one was in there.
Oh my god.
But the announced game, which Exorcist Hotline, Isla, you can bring that trailer up. Which I really don't know a whole lot about yet. I'll have to get to know it better as time goes on. But it is essentially, and I'm very curious if Isla and Sophia will like this, because it's essentially like a mashup of Phasmophobia and Keep Not Talking and No One Explodes. So kind of the way it's been described to me is that like you have like a operator who has like all the books and stuff of all the different demons and poltergeists or whatever that could be, you know, haunting a space. And then you have the crew of the other players that are going around and finding the clues. And then they have to set up the rituals to exorcise the demon. And I'm curious to get into some more of those details, because I noticed that like there are like distinct characters, at least so far from what I've seen for the footage. So I'm like, okay, does each of these guys have like a special role of some kind that you need to fill?
And this is one that you guys are helping out with?
Yeah, that's the one that we announced in the second wind. Yeah.
Cool.
And then the other ones that we did, Athanasia, which is like a kind of like PlayStation style, like with dinosaurs in South America.
Hell yeah.
Black Lantern's publishing that now. They're going to bring it to the finish line. Berry, which has been doing really well. Black Lantern's bringing it to consoles. They did a release date for Don't Let It Starve. They have a demo out for Fright Train. Horriplin is coming to some more consoles, and then HR Human Remains, they just announced a quarter, like Q3 2026. So that's the stuff that I was waiting on for announcements to send out our press release. And then there are a couple other clients that were in there that like, oh, I didn't know you guys were in here too. That's cool. Like Critical Reflex with Inkblood.
Oh.
Which that's the one where it's kind of like Case of the Golden Idol. But like there's the really cool thing with like the map is on the back of the guy like driving the carriage. Yeah, so Inkblood, which I'm looking like
looks fucking intense.
Yeah, it's a pretty
looks
cool
like
art
Isla
style.
Bait.
Yeah. But it's I'm looking at the press release now.
This is so Isla.
Yeah, so you're solving ritualistic murders. You've got this like coach driver with like the map is like tattooed on his back, which is pretty freaking sick.
Prison Break.
Waterworld.
Because your carriage is kind of like your home base.
Even better.
And it says there are rumors it might even have hidden secrets of its own.
Wow.
So that's fun.
Yeah, it looks like gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, these could be in a museum. All of these images.
Titular ink blood in the trailer here.
So that's one of our other clients, although I didn't realize they were announcing the playtest in there.
Word.
Collusion. Wow.
But yeah, there were several others in there. Because Tiny Build was in there, and like Pocket Pair was in there with Truckful. Devolver had a trailer in there for Dark Scrolls.
Yeah, dude.
Which I was telling you guys about. All right, something that's not related to me. Kook.
Kook. You crazy old kook.
Check out Kook. Kook. Gameplay trailer. Let's see what is it got there.
Kook.
Do they have one? No, that's 5 months ago. We don't want that.
This is some boomer shit. I'm here
Second
for
Wind
it.
Trailer. Yeah, it had some crazy stuff going on in there.
Yeah, it looks like Painkiller. OG Painkiller. Serious Sam.
I found a trailer, yeah.
Kook. A Quake-like retro FPS in Victorian era steampunk.
Yeah,
Dope.
This is Gloomwood Core.
It is. Speaking of Gloomwood Core.
Yeah, where's Gloomwood?
Can I throw one out there, Blood?
Yeah, go for it, because I'm still trying to...
Hark the Ghoul.
Oh yeah, Hark the Ghoul is in there.
Hark the mother effing Ghoul. This, like, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm tired of waiting for Gloomwood, you know, like 5 years, 6 year early access. I'm over it. The hype's gone for me. I'm just over it. Hark the Ghoul, though. This is another Gloomwood looking immersive sim Bloodborne retro like. I played this, I think, at Gamescom, I want to say. I played it at some event, and I think it was Gamescom. It was so much fun. So much fun. A lot of, Souls-like mechanics there. Dungeon crawler where
this looks cool.
It's so much fun. Handcrafted world. What else did it have? Just a ton of gear you can find. I remember there were like a bunch of different weapons, and it really, really changed how you played the game. And I only got to play for like 30 minutes, but even in that 30 minutes, it just left a really good impression on me. So definitely one to look out for if you're into retro looking immersive sims with a little slash of souls in there. First person.
There's a butterfly lady named Lepidoptera or something.
Yeah.
Lepidoptera is the study of butterflies.
Sick. This one is also a Victorian era. So Victorian era core is in.
Lepidor. Yeah, pirates and Edwardian Victorian stuff is back.
Get lost in a myriad of seamlessly interconnected zones as you descend down the bowels of the earth and uncover its secrets. Hark the Ghoul.
A good bowel.
And the best part is, chat, there's a demo on Steam. You can play right now.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So there it is. Super.
All right, what's next?
Next up, Prison of Husks.
Prison of Husks.
I'll just link them to you here.
You know what Prison of Husks sounds like?
It takes too long, Blood. Just talk about them.
You know what it sounds like, Isla? Is a Magic the Gathering card. I play Prison of Husks.
It does. It does sound like a...
But no, so this is basically like, it looks like if Demon's Souls had come out on the PS2.
That's a good sign.
You are speaking my language.
And
there's a demo for this as well.
But what's so crazy about it too is like the way the trailer is cut, like it's 4:3, and like also like the titles look like a trailer from the PS2 era.
Damn, this looks sick.
I wonder if the game is also 4:3 or if that's just a cute thing for the trailer.
Right.
This looks cool.
I could get the demo and find out, I suppose.
Right. Yeah.
Dense level design.
Definitely looks pretty cool. I'm not really prepared to talk about any of these things, but yeah, definitely.
Good.
There's even a part where like
Just
Where you
shout
like
out.
walk out on like a plank to pick up some, shiny object, right? Like
we shout them out, Bloodworth, and then the chat says, "Oh, that looks good."
We shout them out,
Or
like
skip.
God sort them out.
Yeah, the last guy before the title was like, he doesn't have arms, but he has like a big pointy beak or whatever, and he's just like headbutting you to attack.
So insane.
I'm interested in this demo. I might check that out.
Yeah,
I've got one other one I want to shout out. Toxic Crusaders.
Oh, you like that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the beat 'em up renaissance continues.
Nice.
I was way too young when I saw the Toxic Avenger film. That is a hard NC-17 movie. Very, very disturbing and graphic. Like, we always joke about rated R. No, this shit was like NC-17.
The Retroware one?
Yeah. Okay. Coming from Retroware, Toxic Crusaders, a full-on beat 'em up with a lot of color. It just looks really promising, and there's a demo for this as well.
Yo, this art style looks like straight up like Simpsons era.
Oh, I know.
Like, it's so good.
Because there was a Toxic Avenger cartoon, I believe, and this looks like that.
Dude, yeah, we had Toxic Avenger, like, I remember I had a Toxic Avenger toy as a kid. I think they didn't, did they, or am I just getting it, am I getting my wires crossed with Garbage Pail Kids? But I think that Toxic Avenger had like cards that we would trade as kids too. Whoa. But maybe I'm imagining that. There's a show for sure.
There's one called Animal Use Protocol. And like you're playing, like it reminded me of like Planet of the Apes, Huber.
Yo.
You're playing as like a chimpanzee.
Predator versus Planet of the Apes limited 5-issue run just got announced. Needed to shout that out. Sorry, Blood, continue.
Yeah, so you're playing as like a chimpanzee, but then like you've got like this gear equipped and you're in first person and you're holding like this big 2-handed gravity gun. But you also have like a little rat companion riding on the gun.
With a Tamagotchi on its ass?
Yeah, what?
It is pretty wild looking. And yeah, like you have like the whole like PDA and stuff like to go through. Like, yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on with this game.
Looks wild.
The developer is The Brotherhood in all caps.
The Brotherhood. All right, like 2 more.
Yeah, let's see. Compressed Space, Isla, this is definitely for you. Okay. This is like it's like if you took like Mirror's Edge and like combined it with like some like Half-Life 2 kind of mechanics, but then you can also sorry, I got the wrong one. I was thinking a different one.
This is looking like a 2D.
Yeah, this is a side-scrolling one.
Okay, yeah, but this looks cool.
This is a side-scrolling one where you basically do things in the game that I was talking about. But the other one is a 3D first-person game. But yeah, this side-scrolling one is like, yeah, you can like basically like, like take away and like bring platforms to you. But what is the one I'm thinking of?
This looks cool though, and also Isla Core though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Second
trying to
Wind had some Mii games, I guess.
It's not Calls of Lupa. All right, I'll let you know when I find it, if I find it.
Okay.
But there's another one that Huber wants to talk up while I try to look through the gigantic list of 80 games or whatever.
Yeah, Mexican Ninja.
Yeah.
Looked pretty cool. From the developers who beat Dark Souls is on the trailer.
Developers who beat Dark Souls.
This is a 2.5D roguelike beat 'em up. So, giving me some
About one of us.
Giving me some Absalom vibes a little bit, maybe a little more like Shinobi than Absalom, but a little bit of both. Just really, really colorful, has a cool visual style. And I like the vibes. A lot of combos. Unleash outrageous Mexican jutsus and craft deadly builds. It looks cool.
Love a Mexican jutsu.
Yeah.
Look up Liminal Point. That one's
There's also a demo for that as well.
It's basically like Silent Hill, but with Resident Evil perspectives. Like
nice.
So like Silent Hill
isometric. Yeah. But I'm trying to find whatever this thing I'm thinking of.
Yo, all right.
Oh, wait. Okay, no, it has the weirdest name. Here it is. Okay.
Hang on, talk about Liminal Point. I just got the B-roll.
I don't know what to talk about other than what I just said.
Damn it. This looks sick.
Yeah.
John, if you couldn't tell, this is a pretty chaotic podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I have to send you the name of this because it's just, it's spelled weird. I don't know.
She seems nice.
Distant Shore Bretagne. Bretagne. But this is the crazy one I was talking about. So, like, it's first person. You're kind of parkouring around like Mirror's Edge, but then you also can, like, gravity, like, shift, move objects around and stuff. Like actually, like, bending, like, structures and pulling things around. And there's just, like, a lot of, like, moving the environmental stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to do in a game like this. So there's a lot more, like, freedom in how you're going to get through a space rather than, like, Mirror's Edge of it just, like, perfecting what you're going to do. And this is like, okay, well, there's a thing there. Maybe I can swing on that, or maybe I can pull it over to me, or whatever. So it's pretty cool.
The trailer just got to that kind of stuff. It was mostly just like walking around slowly for 40 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at a different trailer then. Sorry.
Remember when the internet hated walking simulators for like 2 years? That was
yeah. Oh yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, like there's all kinds of crazy stuff that, like, every time is like you see like a different shot. It's like, okay, well, they're doing something completely different now. Like lightning is like lighting up an area in the shot that I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't know what the lightning's doing, but it just, like, lit up this whole fence with electricity.
There's a cool I like in games when things feel like they actually take effort for the characters, and like the animation of the hands being like, all right, go together. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a force push kind of thing too, where you can like knock stuff back.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, that was
very
cool.
Pragmata. I beat Pragmata last night. We can talk about it later.
I got my last one here. Derelict.
With a K.
With a K.
Derelict, like
Derelict.
From Zoolander.
This looks fucking cool. This looks like Alien and System Shock and Fear, retro visuals like Alien versus Predator style, PS1 aesthetics. Meet over a dozen NPCs, manage your inventory, solve puzzles, and fight against the Eldritch Abominations.
Love an Eldritch Abomination.
Same, on a spaceship too. Looks really nice.
Cut to Lawrence Fishburne just saying, "We're leaving."
We're leaving.
Okay, I found the last two. One of them, The Melty Way, which was min-max selected. So that's the thing. They partnered up with min-max and Skill Up as well to like go through the submissions and like put some picks in there.
Nice.
But The Melty Way, they actually were there. We saw it at the Mix at GDC. And so it's a platformer where you're playing as a slime, Hubert.
It looks clean. It looks really good.
And so, but here's the thing. When you move around, you lose your slime.
Yeah.
And you get smaller. So you have to figure out how to get through the levels without like evaporating, basically, and like find more sources of slime to bulk you back up.
It looks like it controls really well. I'm immediately getting Super Meat Boy Celeste vibes. A little more deliberate than Super Meat Boy, which I really like. Super Meat Boy can get so frantic and fast.
Yeah, because you go so fast. It's about speed in Super Meat Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like this when how you're like planning it out, like you said, because you lose your goo.
Yeah. You lose mass. Yeah.
Lose your own body.
And then the next one, Hubert, from Retroware. You were just talking about Retroware, right? With Toxic Avengers?
Yeah.
The Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest.
What?
Like, it literally just looks like Castlevania 2. It is so funny, dude. But
it's funny. Oh my god!
Because it's a modern game, like they have like some like really like larger things in there that you couldn't do like on the NES, right? It'd just be like too crazy, right? So there's just this boss where there's just like a giant skeleton chasing you.
Enter Bram Mansion. That's funny.
This looks amazing. What was the one we love? They had the newer one and the retro one from Ega.
Bloodstain.
Bloodstain. Yes. Yes, just like doing cool things with like 8-bit.
Yeah. And they also have
vibes,
they have a giant enemy crab that is literally just named Giant Enemy Crab.
Excellent.
Giant enemy crab.
You can always pander the giant enemy crab forever. It'll never be tired. It'll never be overused. Giant enemy crab.
I'm honestly always here for a giant enemy crab.
Same. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well done keeping all these
scratching
notes.
the surface. Yeah. So
No, that was great, dude. Honestly, because that was overwhelming. With 2.5 hours, you didn't know what you signed up for. Awesome. A lot of good games. As Shuhei just was quoted in the news, indies are thriving. Indies are carrying. And here were a great deal many more. Alrighty. Next is Game Pass is lowering the price. This is just a quick update. As many know, there has been questions about the incredible value of Game Pass. Is it still an incredible value? A lot of people were saying no. So here to counter that narrative is a price drop of Game Pass. It was originally $28 and now it's going to 23. It was originally
$2.99.
Yeah, it was originally 30 and now it's going to 23. So a $7 drop. PC Game Pass is also dropping from $16.50 to $14.
Yeah. Really a $2 increase. With a $10 increase period of insanity in the interim. It still went up from what it used to be.
Yeah, there's a few things here. So first of all, this is announced by the new head of Xbox, Asha Sharma, which I think is interesting because there's this whole thing going around of somebody that hasn't been there very long and hasn't been part of the gaming industry.
And has an AI background.
Right, yeah. The last thing that she did was working on the AI division at Microsoft, all this. But it's funny because at the same time, she's got no baggage. She can just walk in and do whatever she wants. And so I'm just like, hey, Asha, you want to just get rid of the need to charge for online multiplayer? Because what are we doing?
Yeah, love that. You can only go up considering the perception of Xbox in the last couple years.
Right. But
just a lot of people are displeased.
If she botches some things, then okay, whatever. She just bounces and goes to a different company, right?
Yeah.
So might as well do what she wants to do.
Radical shakeups.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is
but it's Phil Spencer. It's it just felt like he would be there forever because he has been there forever, right? And it's oh, what's Phil going to do next? And it's if Asher just wants to completely flip the table, she can. If you don't like it, she can just go do something else.
Because these C-suite corpo rat bags just kind of fail up from company to company. This is the titular shareholders that you hate, Huber. These are the people that you're screaming about, not Johnny Ohio who has some stocks. It's these people who can come in, flip the table, and then if it doesn't work out, just go get a job at LinkedIn or totally. eBay or wherever, Amazon, being the VP of whatever the fuck. It's just interesting because this whole shakeup happened and they came in and Phil Spencer left and he was a household name and Game Pass had gotten fucked and this generation of Xbox has been largely a failure according to some metrics, and it's just yeah, so she can come in and do big shakeups and look like a saint, right? But we'll see if it bears fruit, really.
Yeah, but then to get into the details on this though, right? So like Isla was saying, it's well, Game Pass Ultimate is still more expensive than it was. They didn't touch the other tiers prices at all, right? Other than PC Game Pass, which was already cheaper to begin with. They took Call of Duty out.
Yep.
Right.
1 year.
No more day one.
Very, very big point. No Call of Duty.
1 year later, they are adding the older, like the new one will come out and then it'll be on Game Pass a year later, and then the new one will not be on Game, like each year. So you're getting like last year's Call of Duty every year on Game Pass.
Yeah. Yeah, although I don't even think they like promise that much. They're just like, yeah, they'll come.
They said beginning this year, future Call of Duty titles won't join Game Pass Ultimate or PC games at launch. New Call of Duty games will be added to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass during the following holiday season about a year later.
Okay. So, okay. They did say a little bit about it. Okay. But they didn't change the other detail, which was, any of the day one games, like it used to be just in Game Pass, right? Mm-hmm. It used to be the $10 Game Pass. You got all the first party games day one.
Yeah.
And that's now
incredible value.
That's now an ultimate perk, And so it's like there will be some third party games that are going to be day one Game Pass, largely based on the contracts that they might have signed 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. But, for the most part, day one games is now an ultimate feature, is now, the $23 a month feature. And then, like just the fact that like premium, which was standard, is $15 a month. Essential, which used to be like the kind of like starter version, is now $10 a month, but it only comes with like 50-ish games. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to pay to play online.
Yeah.
Which used to be $60 a year.
Yeah.
Now it's $120 a year to play online.
Totally.
And so there's also been some rumors going around about something that like they might be, I think they might have actually acknowledged that they're going to be doing something with Discord. But I think kind of adjacent to that, there's also been these rumors that like they're talking about like a starter, like now a 4th low level Game Pass tier, which I don't know what the heck that's going to be. So
it'll be called Game Xbox Pass Live, and it'll cost $4.99.
Exactly right. So it's one of these things where like, okay, it's better than it was last week, but it's not where it was before all of this happened. Essentially,
yeah.
It's goof troop, dude. I don't know.
I don't need it.
Yeah,
I don't need Game Pass.
Fine. Like we all left, and I don't know how many people are going to come back for this. Like, especially as chat was just kind of alluding to too, it's like, okay, they're saying, okay, no more day one Call of Duty. Like, how long before another big game is like, well, you don't get Halo on day one. You don't get Forza on day one. You don't get this on day one. So it's like, it literally is just a very expensive retro game catalog then. Like, what is it? Like, and like third party, like, it's a bummer, dude.
Yeah.
There's also talk about reevaluating exclusives. So see what happens there.
Like most subscriptions, but there's just so many, so it's hard, and you really got to be on it. And we're lazy like that. Is like you just fucking sub when you want the thing, and then you unsub. So if a game is like $70 and Game Pass is $30. You just sub for the month. You basically rent the game, I guess. You could look at it like that. You just rent it, play it, unsub, move on. Case to case basis. I wonder how many people are just like perma Game Pass nowadays that just like are forever subbed.
Well, the funny thing is I kind of am, even though like so this is specifically a try to avoid that. But I am, because I'm somehow they have not like bumped me over to the new set of tiers.
Oh, you got grandfathered in.
I'm still grandfathered in like OG Game Pass. I'm still only paying $10.99 a month.
Damn! Don't say that on the podcast, dude.
Wow.
Asha's gonna come for you.
But it's like
whatever.
Yeah, like, but you can't sign up for that, right? It's only if you don't unsub.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of locked in even when I'm not using it.
That is crazy. All right. Covered Xbox. Now let's cover Nintendo a little bit, just for a moment. Just to, as it's mostly a headline, really. We'll move on quickly. Gamers are suing Nintendo over tariff refunds, saying consumers should get the money back. Two gamers, this is according to GameFile. This is a Totillo joint. Two gamers have filed a class action lawsuit against Nintendo, alleging that the company will be unjustly enriching itself with any refund it secures from the US government over widespread tariffs last year that, among other things, hiked the prices of Nintendo hardware and accessories. The suit states, unless restrained by this court, Nintendo stands to recover the same tariff payments twice. Once from consumers through higher prices, and again from the federal government through tariff refunds, including interest paid by the government on those funds. So they're getting sued. The reason this, to me, isn't a huge story is because there was an update. Stephen Totilo reached out to the Don McGowan, the former chief legal officer for the Pokemon Company, who now runs a consultancy called Extreme Grown Up Services. And his take was, quote,
What?
Yeah,
what do they do?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Extreme Grown Up Services. But his take, chief legal officer.
I love this.
Pokemon Company. Yeah. He says, I have exceptional difficulty seeing how this is a valid lawsuit. There's nothing distinct between raising prices because of tariffs and raising prices because you just want to make more money. There's no legal obligation to keep your margins low. Nintendo didn't receive tariff funds as a fiduciary or with any legal obligation to return them to the consumer. And he added that he was sympathetic to the plaintiffs who he thinks may not realize that to him, they don't have a case. So,
yeah,
doesn't seem like there's a case, but always interesting when, one of the big gaming companies is suing or getting sued. I like to mention it just to see what's going on,
Well, there's all this other stuff about tariffs, like tariffs being refunded to the corporations instead of the people, and it's just like, well, yeah, we live in hell, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Whatever.
Fucking hell.
But it's like, but imagine like the paper trail is just like pretty much impossible, right? It's like, oh, okay, well, it's like the things were raised in anticipation of what they would be. Mm-hmm. But then, when it came down to it, like maybe like, the price was put more on the amiibos and the controllers, and they tried to keep it from affecting the Switch 2 price as much. And like they raised the Switch 1 price instead of the Switch 2, like all these kinds of like things they did behind the scenes to offset this stuff. And so like, yeah, I don't know how you could try to prove how much anybody is specifically owed other than the person that paid the tariff bill. Yeah.
Like I love the spirit of this though. Like,
same.
Stick it to them,
Get their
like
ass.
stick it to.
Get
I mean,
'em.
it's sue the government too while you're at it. Like,
Yeah.
like yeah.
Frickin' get them. Filed their suit in the Western District Court of Nintendo of America's home state of Washington. Home base.
Home base.
So there's that.
Third string home base.
So it's doubtful anything's going to happen. Less than a 1% chance anything will happen there. But if we hear anything, we'll circle back. And then lastly, just a quick shout out. Elden Ring movie. It's out of control. Yeah. We're getting Battlefield movie, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Street Fighter, Tomb Raider, every single video game now. That's, I'm going to stop saying everything returns. Everything becomes a movie now is my new catchphrase. This is fucking out of control. If you factor in anime adaptations, like there's an adaptation for everything, it feels like. We're getting God of War even. I forgot about that screenshot. But Elden Ring, there are a lot of leaks going around.
Yeah, because before they announced that there's like this photo of like the Stake of America in some church
There's
somewhere.
A video. And
Dude.
The Stake of America looked really good. Like the Church of America looked really good.
And the Dung Eater looks good.
Do we think Nick Offerman is the Dung Eater? I saw that floating around. People are trying to guess who, because they announced the
that
cast.
Would be funny.
That is funny.
People are theorizing who each person might be.
Yeah. Set photos just released. A24's Elden Ring. It's so crazy. It's A24. Yeah, we got
Zelda wrapped up shooting as well.
What's up?
What did?
Zelda wrapped up shooting.
Oh yeah,
Zelda's coming. So just letting everyone know that this is more than a headline. This is reality. It's coming. We're getting a freaking Elden Ring movie. Can you believe it? Before Dark Souls.
Alex Garland, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like that's pretty good.
Before Dark Souls, we're getting Elden Ring.
And we're getting an anime.
Sold way more. Yeah.
Anime Bloodborne. Yeah, Elden Ring was like the big girl of the whole series.
Yeah, it's so funny. Crazy. I'm not. Oh wait, we also have just learned the release date as well. March 3rd, 2028. Settle in. Settle in.
Crazy to have a specific date 2 years in advance. That's wild.
Yeah, confidence. Jeez. Director Alex Garland. Yep, it's good. It's a good sign. We shall see. All righty. There goes the news, and we've got more to come, though. So if you like what you see, like, subscribe, ring the bell, spread it on socials, because it really helps us out, helps us all stay connected, as we should. We should have connected. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We should have connected. Yeah. I'm on the we should have connected side.
I popped in last night.
Nice.
Did a mish.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back in there.
Went from the lone commander back to the government.
Honestly, one of my favorite ways to play Death Stranding is 1 or 2 missions at a time and then just like hang it up, do some epic journey.
The problem with that is on a first playthrough like I am, you're never sure, because that was like 15, 20 minutes.
Sure.
But it could have been I hit a cutscene and that's a 4-hour play session.
Right.
4-hour watch session.
Yep. Totally. He likes to break them up now. He knows.
And when you pause it, it shows the
it's
length
smart.
Left.
Oh, he really knows. There's no longer Metal Gear Solid 4 2-hour straight cutscene. There's like 20 minutes break, 5-minute break. It's good. Alrighty. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Starting a new business is scary. We know. We did it 10 years ago. It's our 10-year anniversary this year. And yeah, it's freaky. There's a lot of what ifs. There's a lot of ins and outs, and you're just like, what if nobody turns up? What if nobody buys this stuff or watches this stuff or cares? And it can really help to have a partner like Shopify on your side to help you out. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States, from household names like Mattel, Cotopaxi, Allbirds, Heinz, Skims, to brands just getting started. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. And if people haven't heard of your brand, Shopify can help you find customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you ever get stuck, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's time to turn those what-ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/allies. Go to shopify.com/allies. Once again, that is shopify.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you so much. 10 years strong. We're going on 11. Every day now, closer to 11.
Yeah, true.
Alrighty. Does anybody have one thing?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Well, I beat Pragmata.
Nice.
Also, I'm kind of vibing how, like, I don't know, because this is like an off-white tank top, and this lighting makes it, like, it's clean, but this lighting makes it look like I'm like a sci-fi heroine. Like,
it looks like you just finished gunning down people at Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what it is. Like, there's some shadow or something where I'm like, I don't know. It looks, I'm sort of like, my shirt is clean. It's not covered in blood and oil. I wish. But anyways, Pragmata, dude.
Pragmata.
There is a hidden bonus thing you can do after you beat it, which is interesting.
Nice. I like how hidden bonus things now are no longer hidden bonus. It's just like a website saying like, hey, there's a hidden bonus thing.
Well, I mean, you kind of need to. What I'm hoping for is DLC, because I want more. I want more. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm sure it'll come. Capcom's so good about DLC with all their stuff usually.
Yeah. I mean, it sold 1 million in a 5 minutes or whatever. So yeah. That's my one thing.
Sick. What do you got? Blood?
I don't know. What was that? It's like, oh, I didn't even think about this.
You don't have to have one.
I mean, it was a couple weeks ago, but I hadn't talked about it. Secrets of the Bees.
Secrets of the Bees.
Secrets of the Bees.
Pretty freaking crazy. National Geographic. They did
sick.
Elephants and whales with James Cameron. I think James Cameron was involved in this too, but he wasn't as
he's got his filthy mitts
the last
and
couple
everything.
ones. But Bertie Gregory, who also I've seen a lot of his shows. He's pretty cool.
Bertie Gregory?
Yeah, Bertie. Yeah, Bertie's
Love
great.
it. I'm picturing a little animated bird. I know it's not.
But Secrets of the Bees is really cool. Like, there's like a whole lot of crazy stuff in there that you would never expect about how smart bees are and how all this stuff happens, and crazy stuff too about all the bees that they drag out to the freaking valley for almonds and everything.
I was just listening to Hannah Fry or whatever talk about. No, this was QI, I think, but they were talking about how in the middle of their life cycle, bees take on like the Undertaker role, and they like drag the corpses of the dead bees out of the nest.
Yeah, they change roles like as they get older and stuff. Yeah,
the women, the men just fuck and then they die. Apparently.
Oh yeah. Most of the honeybees specifically.
A paradise, like, am I right, ladies?
But then they also talk about they have some other bees and stuff in there that you might not know about that do some crazy things. So it's not just about honeybees. It's about all kinds of different kinds of bees. So,
well, we had Sophia and I up in her office the other day had a bee that we were like, what the hell is this thing? It looked all crazy. And we were freaking out, because it looked kind of like a yellow jacket or something. And we scooted it outside and got it out the window, I mean. And then we looked it up, based on what it looked like, And yeah, we realized it was a yellow jacket queen.
Whoa.
And we probably should have killed it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah. One thing is too, like, you remember a couple years ago when everyone was concerned about like the murder hornets or whatever.
Yes, I do.
Over. So they had a thing on like the bees like in Japan or whatever that like actually deal with these murder hornets on a regular basis. And so like they showed like this beehive where like the hornets like chewed they were too big to fit through the hole because they had constructed them to kind of protect the bees that way, but they chewed through the wood to get in. Whoa. But then the bees, basically what they know to do over there is they all just like get on top of the hornet.
Oh, yeah.
And like vibrate and like create so much heat that like the hornet dies from like heat exhaustion.
Whoa. I've heard of that. I heard that like somebody said it gets hotter than like it gets like to some absurd temperature. And I was
My grandma used to say it's hotter than a pistol.
This will get hot if you use them a lot.
Yeah, hotter than a pistol.
So, anyways, I think it's only like 2 episodes for this one, but it's pretty cool.
Dude.
Nice.
There's a segment, area, a display, an exhibit, I guess, in the Museum of Jurassic Technology called "Tell the Bees."
Tell the bees, kill the beast, kill the beast.
I say we kill the bees.
Rewatched Ronin.
Oh, dude, I was just dude, that's so weird. I was just rewatching I was like, the other day it was like midnight, and I was just watching car chase.
It's one of the greatest of all time.
I watched both of the Ronin car chases.
Yeah, the second one is actually the best.
The second one's nuts. I watched Baby Driver. I watched Driver, but dude, Ronin. I ended up watching like behind the scenes of Ronin. God, Ronin, dude.
One of the more underrated car chases is The Peacemaker with Nicole Kidman and George Clooney. It's probably not on a lot of lists, but there is a fucking good one in there. Obviously, every single Bourne movie Did you know that every single Bourne movie has a sniper scene and a chase, a car chase?
Whoa.
Every single one.
I love both
Even the
of those
spinoff.
things.
Yeah. Ronin is sick though. Check it out. Just a sick
Ronin
movie. It's
is
free
sick.
on Tubi. Free on Tubi, Blue Collar, the streaming service of the people. You can watch Ronin for free right now, but there's a lot of ads. Make sure you sign in. You get less ads if you just sign in for free.
But you still get ads?
You still get ads. It's annoying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
once in a while, I've just got to pay my Tubi tax because I still I rent a lot of movies, even though I have a lot of streaming services. It is such bullshit that you pay for all these services and you still have to rent a movie you want to watch. So if I rent a lot of movies, I'll be like, all right, I'll try to find something for free, couple nights here. So
you know, it's unhinged. I feel like it feels like the iTunes days of 20 years ago. I've just started buying things on Apple TV again because it's
fucking crazy.
Because it's $2 more than renting it, and you get the behind the scenes features. Yeah. So I'm just well, why not just buy it?
Yeah. If it's $1 to $3 more, I will just buy it for sure.
It's usually $19.99 to rent, $24.99 to buy or whatever. So it's $5 sometimes.
Might as well on that stuff.
Oh, Dust Bunny, Hubie. Dust Bunny
with Mads. I know. I need to watch this. I need to watch it.
I loved it. We'll talk about it on reaction shots, which we need to film. Still.
Hell yeah.
Tell me later when you're free, because goddamn.
Yes. I got a couple morning shifts, so I can do. I got some days coming up.
Blood Chat wants to know if you know the difference between a gargoyle and a grotesque. This is a QI.
What about a dragon and a wyvern? Don't look it up. What's the difference? Dragon and a wyvern. Yes, but specifically.
But what?
Number of legs.
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
2 points for Isla. Sorry, Blood.
Front legs, right?
Wyverns don't have front legs and dragons do?
Yeah.
Grotesques, the difference between a gargoyle and a grotesque is water goes through their mouths on a gargoyle, I think, and not a grotesque.
Wait, really?
I think so.
Not the other way around?
Might be the other way around. Chad, is it the other way around?
Because gargoyles usually perched up on rooftops and stuff.
I killed a gargoyle as Geralt of Rivia.
Gargoyles and grotesques are the same thing, but one of them water goes through their mouth and the other one doesn't. Pretty sure.
Geralt only tries
gargoyles are the water ones, yeah.
Geralt doesn't kill sentient monsters. Tries not to. It's a good distinction.
Battle a witch at one point?
It's a really good distinction. The sentient monster needs to be evil.
Same root as gargling. That's interesting. You see the trailer for Hokum, Huber? That looks scary as hell.
I don't watch horror trailers.
All right. That Evil Dead Burn or whatever looks pretty good too. Anyway. All right, let's talk about the next thing.
Let's fucking talk about Saros.
Okay, wait. I prepared something I'm excited about.
Okay.
For when you say the thing we have to say. Check this out. Okay, say
the thing. Review copy provided by PlayStation.
Chad will get a kick out of that. Okay, there you go.
Good. Wow. Okay, so I've been playing Saros. I believe Island Blood have also been playing Saros. I
played it for 2 hours.
I am extremely far. I'm over 20 hours into this game, so nice. I'm ready to spit about.
Yeah, I'm pretty early-ish still. Probably not quite halfway. I beat the second boss, and I'm got the second upgrade basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Saros, if you don't know, everybody listening and watching, it's from Housemarque, and this is the studio behind Easy Allies Game of the Year, Returnal. This is their first game since then. Returnal was 2021. This has been cooking 5 years. You may also know them from Super Stardust HD and Resogun and Nex Machina and Matterfall. Really, really awesome, talented studio. Saros is definitely Returnal-like.
It's basically a Returnal 2 with a different story. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Except one of my favorite things, they've leaned even more into the roguelite nature. Whereas Returnal, a lot of that roguelite stuff was you're now adding in potential items and power-ups into your loot pool. So it's like you're not really getting these permanent stat buffs in Returnal. It's like, oh, now I have a chance to get this item or this weapon on my run. Saros has a full-on skill tree that you can use to permanently level up your character, which is really nice and really addicting. And we'll get into that. I do have one small problem with that, but hold that thought as we go into it. So the story, you are Arjun, played by the phenomenal Raul Cooley in this. He is so good. He just has like this awesome vibe where he feels so capable, and he's just like, basically the soft premise is this company it's classic sci-fi horror shit. Company wants a resource on an alien planet. They send them there, lose contact with said people. You're there to figure it out and to follow the company's orders. Big Wayland-Yutani vibes. Everyone is expendable, crew expendable. They want this resource. What's really cool about our main character, Arjun, is he's there for his own reasons. He's looking for someone, which I love because it gives him kind of this loose cannon, wild card, rogue energy. And what's really fun about this, this is a roguelite in nature. You go into a level. There is some, I like to call it slow moving bullet hell. Bullet hell is usually all the shit flying at you. The things kind of float at you a lot of the times. There are things that really shoot at you quickly, but it is a slow moving bullet hell. And in between these runs and in between big progression moments, you come back to your hub area, and it's here where you can talk to your crewmates, get a little bit more story and lore. The cutscenes are really cool. There's that. And then you can also upgrade your stats. So it's just a nice little break in the action after each of these runs. Anybody want to jump in for a second, or should I continue?
Yeah, no. It's interesting because like right now, Huber, like I'm getting to the point where I'm sort of starting to get interested in the story.
Yeah.
But it's
this slow burn.
It has not really pulled me in. Like with Returnal, I was like immediately just like, oh, this is so vibey. I'm very interested like in this character and what's going on, and like what's the car crash and what's going on with the house and all that's going on.
Yeah.
And and it was very, there's a very much like this very dense psychological thing because you are there on an alien planet by yourself, but clearly like it's not as alien as it seems, right? Like something's happening here, right? Whereas like with Saros, it's like, okay, it's very much like you're saying, like kind of like classic sci-fi, but also like there's this whole team and they're like there's all of these like different designations of people and orders and rank and personal conflicts. And it's just like right now, like I don't actually care about anybody like as a person. I only care about like, oh, what happened to the colonists before that they're there to find, and it's like, and sort of like starting to get hints about that, but not really, there yet to where it's much of it is revealed.
Yeah, I like the lore a lot, and you collect documents in each level. That's like the main collectible is audio logs, text logs, whatever. I love the lore. Text logs. Yeah, I love the lore of it all. But you're right, where the characters are fine, I mean, I think of something like Prometheus, where it's like, I love the lore here, but like also as we know that a sci-fi space crew is expendable. So,
well, and it's interesting, and like I'll mostly abstain from talking about this game kind of because Bullet Hell and I just don't get along. Like it's not my genre. I'm terrible at it. I generally think not specifically about this game, but I mean, this fits for this game too, but like as a more general thing, like there is that kind of like a dissonance for me where it's like other games, Pragmata, for example, that are very video gamey. The characters in the world kind of acknowledge the thing, like, you know, the robots and the hacking and the interfaces and stuff are also happening for the characters in that game, you know? And like bullet hell stuff to me is kind of interesting because, or in this game, I don't know, there's like this super serious story going on. And then you go out and there's just an alien puking a bunch of orbs at you, and it just feels kind of funny to me. But the funny thing, kind of to echo what Blood is saying, is like, and again, only a couple hours into this, and also I should disclose, like, we are working with someone in this on a thing that we're not announcing yet. But like, you know, the mystery porn of this was not hooking me. Whereas like with Returnal, I was so interested in the story, so hooked. And the bullet hell gameplay was getting in the way of me finding out more about the story because I was so trash at the game. Whereas in this one, it's like, there's nothing driving me to continue playing, story-wise. And so I stopped.
Crazy.
Yeah. Which is kind of a bummer because, like, yeah, like you said, I really am interested in the vibe of it, and like the characters seemed interesting, but like, you've got to tell me if the character knows what's going on, or if the characters
nobody knows what's going on.
Right.
But they know what's going on to an extent where it's like,
but then there's like the AI computer and shit. Like it's
what's happening.
slow. Oh, it's.
Yeah, there is one thing that I just got to, you know, that I don't want to say too much of, but it kind of like. Yeah, it kind of has a little bit of that Returnal, like, okay, what the crap is this going on?
Right, like, I guess what I'm saying, Huber, is like, I need something. And like right now I have a bunch of characters who are like, you were gone for 2 days, and no one really seems to say much more about that. And then like flashes of a sex scene, and I'm like, okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah. What does this mean? Who knows?
And also I'll say on base PlayStation, the human character it's very strange. The human character models looked very weird.
Huh. Yeah, I think, Heber, there's something. I was actually I was like debating with some people on Twitter, but haven't played the game yet, obviously. But it was like, there's something, especially like in the base. Like the lighting like doesn't go well with the faces.
Everything looks great out in the game, but like in the hub, like, and like it's kind of weird because like you'll be standing there and your gun will just be clipping through someone's chest, and like you're in a conversation with someone, and like instead of just talking to them like in other modern video games, they'll just be like, oh yeah, you know, this is this thing, and like, oh yeah, like, oh, you know, and it's just like, that's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. That's a tiny little little.
Yeah, for me, it's just like the way that the lighting interacts with the skin and the hair feels a little like it's got a little too much of that, like that shine going on toward, like it feels like I'm looking at like a layer over top of their model or something that's getting lit up.
Sure.
But it's not that big of a deal. It's just one of those things. It's like, I noticed because you've just locked me in a room and I can't do anything but stare at these people talking right here.
Yeah. I think, you know, even though there's
obviously not what the game is about, so it's fine.
Yeah. I think even though there's some story issues, it's about how they're presented. Like, this is a game where you can go on a run for like 90 straight minutes of nonstop shooting. So I think I just appreciate like coming back and just like talking to people, and like even if it's like not the most compellingly written thing, it's just like a break in the action. Let me chill. There's also some really cool shit later on, but the meat and the potatoes of this game is the fucking gameplay, and it is without a doubt the most fun I've had so far this year playing. It just feels so good to just move in this game. Like the moving, the dashing, you can dash through a lot of things. You have this shield. So the shield mechanic is actually really interesting. It's like, you have two weapons, basically. Like you have your primary weapon and then your power weapon. To use your power weapon, it uses like blue meter, and to recover blue meter quickly, you have to absorb blue orbs with your shield, and then you like suck them back in, and that'll refill that specific ammo with your main
that meter also your shield needs the same meter, right?
Exactly.
So like when you put your shield up, that meter starts going down. So you have to like time it correctly so that like you put it up in time to absorb the things, and then you can basically like shoot their crap back at them, but with your own weapon, whatever your power weapon is at the time.
Yeah, and just the weapons are so fun. There's so many different ones. You get like there's like variations of each one. So you have like your pistol, where there's like the slow Magnum style one that's hitting. There's one that shoots bursts. There's the shotgun is really hard to use. This is a skill check shotgun. Holy shit. You need to get right up in the enemies, and reloading this, like the rate of fire is so low, but what it does is it'll increase their stagger meter, and then that'll like stun them. And when an enemy's stunned, you can charge in for a melee hit, and that does like insane damage. So it just completely changes the way you engage in combat encounters depending on the gun you have.
Yeah, there's also there's some enemies that are shielded, so you have to melee.
Yep.
So you have to get up in their face, or
every gun has like a secondary fire. Yeah. It's really fun. One of the shotgun's secondary fire is so sick. You put pellets in the air. There's the primary weapons and the power weapons. The power weapons use this like blue meter that is semi-limited, but if you use your shield, you can absorb that power and then get ammo for that weapon. Some of the power weapons are really cool. It's just like a hand rocket launcher thing, or like this, you shoot out like a million little heat-seeking blue orbs, which is cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've seen just the first two so far, right? And like you said, the first one looks like just a big like shot, like a beam. Yeah. Big explosive beam.
So cool.
The second one, though, it's a little bit more intentional because like you're saying, it's like a machine gun spray.
Yeah.
And so like you have to hold the button down and spray. And then what it does is if an enemy gets killed while it's being affected by that, then they'll become like a fountain of bullets.
It's so
affecting any enemies that go through that area.
Yeah. The way
similarly, I got one of those shotguns.
Yeah.
And I'm still not sure what to do with this freaking thing where it's alt fire, just puts a bunch of bullets in the air.
It's so fun. That is so fucking fun, dude. So you set up, you alt fire, and it'll shoot all the pellets in the air and they'll stay there. But then when you shoot another round, another shell by itself, those bullets will launch forward. So you can
so they get hit by the other ones.
Yeah. Okay. So you can like set up the shots, move around, shoot, those bullets start coming in. It's so much fun. All the weapons, they feel so different. And you just constantly have these choices throughout a run where you kill enemies and you suck up their XP like Luminite, and then that'll raise your proficiency level. And then the higher your proficiency level on a run is, the better gear.
It's from Pragmato.
You will, the better gear you will receive. So you want to kill a lot of enemies. You want to go off the beaten path. It's like Returnal, where it's like, it'll always be marked where it's like, okay, here's the blue crit path, or do you want to go in like the alternate?
Yeah, little extra rooms. Sometimes you have those parts where like you have to like choose to go left or right to what you're going to pick up while a door is dropping or something. One thing that was interesting with that though, Huber, is like with the bosses, right?
Yeah.
You can just like run back to the boss, like not right away, but you can go to the boss like before like you've exhausted all your other options when you're going back. But like you're saying, because you kind of get that like run-based level,
this is what I want to talk about.
You want to go and like go into that harder area, fight some more enemies, get some better weapons.
Yep.
Before you go in and try to deal with that boss. Otherwise, you're probably not going to last anyways, right?
So you can, it's cut off into different biomes. So, if you're stuck on a biome, it's like, okay, let me start at an earlier one and then just take the long way to get there.
Right.
And that's going to make your run quite long. Like sometimes I've gone on a full run can be like over 90 minutes easily. It can be long. Or you can do like just one biome at a time and try to make it work. Now, here's where I got into a little trouble with the skill tree, is because a lot of these skills are hard locked to progress. So, you know, the enemies drop the XP and you take that out of the run when you die or live or whatever it may be. And then you can put it on the board and it'll be like, okay, here, you know, you have +1 damage or +1 to your defense, whatever it may be. There was very often times when I would just have like every upgrade available, and then it's like, okay, I just gotta like beat this next boss.
Yeah,
so
the bosses are gates basically on the skill tree.
Yeah, so it's like you run into these gates where it's like, okay, well, I can't even like level up anymore. Like that whole part of the roguelite element is like taking a back seat for now. It just like, it wasn't as...
That's interesting because I haven't had it like, like I can see how that could happen.
Yeah.
But I haven't had it yet be a point where that like, oh, I've actually maxed everything out before I could move on.
Yeah.
I think I had just about gotten there before I beat the first boss. And now, you know, with the second boss, like there's some stuff that like costs so much. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Because when that stuff is
but you also have the artifacts. Yeah. And that's what's interesting too, is because artifacts do, you know, a lot of things that you might expect of like, you know, boosting this stat or like giving you like an ability that's like, oh, you know, when your health gets low, then you can heal by picking up the XP, or like your dash can become an attack and things like that, as well as potentially stat buffs or maybe you get one that like, oh, it'll raise this stat up by 6, but it will lower your other 2 stats by 3, while also giving you ability. But then, so on each biome, there are these places where like you basically initiate the eclipse, and the eclipse changes like how everything works in that area, right? And so like guys that just used to shoot off things that were, you know, easy to dash through or whatever, it's like now they're unblockables, you know, like you just have to be, you cannot get hit by them.
Yeah, enemies drop more XP in that mode as well.
Those artifacts that you pick up, they have corruption more benefits, but they also have more like they have downsides.
They have negative modifiers. Yeah. And they're brutal. They're like, when you get hit, your weapon is locked for a second.
Yeah, or like you'll do fall damage now. If
fall damage, reduced dash. Those are brutal, and they have cost me runs sometimes. What's cool is when you beat a main boss, those corrupted debuffs are cleared, and then you're just left with the
that's cool. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that is with the artifacts that you have to really kind of pay attention to is you only have so many slots on run. So if you fill up all your slots, then that's it. You're just stuck with that. Like so far, at least I haven't found any way to like clear a slot on a run. You just have to wait till the next run.
Yeah.
But you can get items that will let you like change something before you pick it up.
Yeah.
So you can get like a reroll. But you only get like 1 or 2 of those, at least. I
wanted to finish my thought about kind of being maxed out on the skill tree, because that is kind of the dopamine of the gameplay loop, is especially when you're playing a very difficult game like Saros is like, okay, I'm going on my run. I did pretty well. I get to come back, pump in a couple stats. Now I'm feeling better. It's okay. Now I'm going to be stronger on this. When you're deep in the game and there's just no way to get stronger, and you're not getting that like little bit of dopamine, that little reward, and not even like it's like hope, right? It's like, oh, I'm stronger now. It's giving me more hope to get through it. Like when you have nothing to upgrade and then you're just doing the same level like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, that's when the gameplay loop kind of suffers a little bit, because it's like, okay, now I'm going back to base. I have nothing to level up. I have no one to like, I've exhausted all the dialogue with the NPCs. You can really get in a spot where it's just like, all you can do is beat this area. That's the only thing you can do. And like, it's going to take a couple times. And again, sometimes, you know, a run can be 20 minutes, or a run, if you go all the way to really build it up, can be well over 90 minutes. So
yeah, my average has been like 37, 38 in there, like when I do a run.
Yeah. But that loop,
yeah, that's
it's
interesting that you run into that wall a little bit, because I had to do the first boss a couple of times, like maybe four or five, something like that.
Yeah.
The second one, the first time I got there, I'm just like, what the heck is this room, man? This whole place is ridiculous. What am I supposed to? And then the bullet patterns were also crazy. I'm like, what's happening? How am I supposed to deal with any of this? And then the second time I was there, like I just felt like my mind was in a better place to like absorb all of that information and deal with it, and deal with the ads and everything, and like, oh, all right, I got him on second try.
Yeah.
But again, like you're saying, like all of these little variables on a run that can make a difference.
Yeah, the
like,
gun you have,
are you in tune with that gun or not? Right?
It's crazy.
If you're
Some of
with
the guns,
shotgun, and you go up against that boss, like I don't know.
Yeah, the guns are everything. There's a whole fucking mechanic about like auto aim. It's like literally called auto hit, and like one of the machine guns has auto hit, where it's just like just fucking spray, and you're spraying. You don't even need to think about it, but it does reduce damage compared to the other assault rifle, which is no auto aim. You have to hit them dead on, which can be really crazy when shit is flying everywhere and you're dodging all around, but it does way more damage. So it's like those trade-offs. The guns, I just want to give a real big fucking shout out to the audio design of this game.
Yes,
it is next level audio, like the best in the biz I've heard in so long. All the like weird alien noises, the explosions, like all the guns sound so good. I am not a sucker for haptics. You know, I despise the DualSense. I just had another one with drift now. I'm on like 7 of these that have broken with drift. It's unacceptable.
It's getting to be operator error here.
I guess it can't.
Pepsi on
no, it literally cannot hold up to the amount of hours that I game. It just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's ill-equipped to handle my gaming hours.
I will say my PlayStation Edge or whatever, like all the rubber like backing stuff is just falling off. It's crazy. It's like kind of a shitty controller.
Yeah, and they're so expensive. But the haptics in this game are something really, really special.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Sometimes it feels like it's just vibrating constantly, and I'm not sure why, though.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't had that experience.
Just walking,
it felt
it's
very
just like,
intentional.
I'm like, what's happening?
To me, the thing with the audio is,
maybe it's like some like alien like shit like or something.
Maybe I got a weird copy of the game where just everything you love is crazy and broken online.
I do think that anyone that's playing and especially like having a hard time with some things should maybe pay more attention to what's happening audio wise, because I'm learning more and more. And it's like, oh man, these guys spawned in, and I had no idea that more guys spawned in. But like now I'm like, oh wait, no, there's a sound. When an enemy spawns in, there's a specific sound for that. And like when your power weapon is charged, there's a specific sound for that. So it's like you can just hear that. You don't have to wait for the blue light or anything. You know, it's like all of these things have stuff that's associated with it to be listening. Also,
really, really important to everyone that may be intimidated by this shit. Extremely, extremely important knowledge. When you progress enough, you unlock modifiers. And you can make the game easier.
Yes. Carcosan modifiers appear on the computer guy.
The game wants you to get a little further to like play just like as is, but like fairly quickly on. This is not like an end of the game thing. Like fairly quickly
after
on.
Second boss.
You get these modifiers.
Not quick enough
for me. I was bad at this game.
The way that they work is very cool, because so you can pick things that give you an advantage, and you have this meter, and you have to keep the meter in the center, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so if you pick things that give you an advantage too far, you'll go outside. And so then you have to pick downgrades. Like, so you're mixing and matching. You're going to take more hits, more health when you get hit. And so that brings your meter back to the center, and so it's very interesting, like, choose what your give and take is going to be. Classic, and what things that you're having a hard time with. Yeah.
The perks and faults kind of system like Outer Worlds has, or some of those RPGs have stuff like that, where it's like you get this boon, but you have to take something negative too.
Nice. Yeah, I love that
kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just so much fun. I mean, roguelites are like, in the last couple years, have just easily been my favorite genre as someone who wants to play all the games, but also is so tired because of so much work. It's like roguelites are the thing that makes me the happiest. They're always there for me, and I can always just like, they're so nice. They're so rewarding because I can just play for like 20 minutes at a time, or like really settle in for like 3 hours at a time. And I just love the loop of a roguelite, like just going on a run, getting stronger, coming back. Like, I just love that rhythm so much.
That's so fascinating to me, because my experience with roguelites is almost exactly the opposite, because like, I mean, I guess because I'm just not good enough at them, but like,
well, you get stronger.
My experience is always, yeah, but do you? Because like my experience is always the frustration and loss.
like Saros, I would immediately die. For example, first biome, die a bunch times, leveled up a ton, cakewalk. Not a cakewalk, but like, you would be surprised, you would be shocked by how powerful these upgrades are, and they make your character. It's like it's dramatic. It's a dramatic effect, and it's all part of that like roguelite rhythm of like, you know. Yeah. So I just love that.
I think for me, one thing that helps, you know, this game in particular, is just the movement feels so good, right? So the like, like the trying to like process all the things flying at you is crazy, but it's like you can get into those moments where it's like, okay, like just keep dodging, right? Just give me a moment before I like even worry about my shield, just like avoid the damage.
And it's really fair, honestly. Like, I've seen like there's like annoying bullet hell. Like, not all bullet hells are created equal. There is fucking annoying bullet hell that I do not want any part of. Saros is like, there's like a couple enemies usually at once. Like when shit is at its most crazy, there's like maybe 3 or 4 like attack beams coming at you. That's like the max. It's never just like you're in a circle and all sides like frantic dodging around. It's like, it's a pretty deliberate pace. That's why I like to say slow bullet hell. Truly, I think it is a slower bullet hell than most other contemporaries out there. Which I appreciate and I really like.
Yeah. I just got the grapple thing, and that feels really good too.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about that. There's a slight Metroidvania element where you go through these biomes and you cannot access certain areas until you get tools from later areas, go back, explore. So there's just constant exploration and growth for very much of this game. Fucking awesome. I love it. I adore it. Sick. Review copy provided by PlayStation.
Wait, I made an outro. Hang on. Woo, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. All righty. Saros, you'll all get to play it in about a week.
Crazy early review window.
Yeah, confidence. They knew they were just ready.
It's got an 88 right now.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Yeah. They were ready. They were like, yo,
they knew.
Here.
They knew.
Yeah. It's been a lot of good games this year. A lot. We got Pragmata. We got Resident Evil. We got Saros. We got Vampire Crawlers next week. Yo.
Yeah, we're waiting for Damiani to come back to talk about that. We can't talk about that without Damiani.
I've been grinding. I've been grinding it.
I got one that I want to talk. Well, I can say what it is because weirdly, the live stream video gameplay embargo was the 17th.
Yeah, it's very
but the
confusing.
review impressions embargo is the like 28th or 30th or whatever. I'm excited to talk about Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. That shit is sick. Or no, I did not offer an opinion. Sorry. I did not say it was sick. That is
sick that you get to talk about it. It's sick that you get to talk about it.
Yeah. That is a game that exists on which I have no opinion.
Alrighty, it is time for Love and Respect. Love and respect.
Yeah.
Alrighty, from Schmitty old boy. I've got some buddies who love card games, but don't play Final Fantasy. I've been talking about how amazing Queen's Blood is.
Yeah.
No way they jump into FF7 for that alone, but they're missing out. Anyways, what are some of your favorite minigames or card games within a game that you'd love to see a standalone game or just a shout out? Love and respect.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, and because I'm playing it right now as well, I'm on Hearthstone now. It's Gwent. Obviously, Gwent.
Yeah, they went all in on that stuff.
Yeah. I think what's so special about the way Gwent is integrated is because there's full on quests around it. You know, you can enter the high stakes Gwent tournament in the game and is an optional quest. And then later in one of the DLCs, though, like, I forget if that's Hearts and Stone or Blood and Wine Blood, but there's another quest later where where the dwarves want you because they know you're Geralt, the like Gwent champion. They have like a brand new deck, and they were like, nobody will take our deck seriously, but if you win this tournament with it, it'll validate it and it'll be a deck. Like, it's just so cool.
Well, there's such a beautiful, simple pleasure to games like Queen's Blood or Gwent or one of my favorites of all time, Triple Triad.
Oh,
where it's like going through the game and like gathering those cards and making it better and stronger as you go. Like it really gives you that like collectible card game vibe.
I love.
It's so good. Also, shout out to the one that they added to the altars in the game room.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
Alien one, it's so good.
Yes.
It's
fun.
Isla,
you nailed it because, and especially with Triple Triad, that's such a good talking point because one of the earliest pleasures of RPGs, and still to this day, one of the best pleasures in games is like going to a town, spending your hard-earned money on weapons and items and gear. When you go to a town and you get a better card for a mini game deck, like that is just 10 out of 10 dopamine.
It's like,
God.
it is, like there have been times in RPGs where it's like, I have a choice to spend my gold on, better armor, better weapon, whatever, or a card for the minigame, and a card for the minigame every time.
Totally.
Like you gotta. Yeah.
So good.
I put a link to a guide video in chat, but basically Wheels from Sea of Stars. I don't remember all the details, but it's this crazy like miniature game where you have to like collect these figures that have, different stats and things, but like the board looks like it's like an actual mechanism, right? And you play just like Gwent, like you play it in all these different towns that you go to, and you have to beat the local champions and stuff. And like you build up like little walls, and some characters can like bash into the walls, some can shoot over the walls, and it's a pretty cool little mini game. That maybe they could be expanded on as a standalone thing or a multiplayer thing. But yeah, it's pretty neat.
There's a thing called, I think, Regalia in Soulframe that has one of the little merchants can play with you, and I've jumped into it a little bit. I have no idea how to play it or what it's going on, but it looks kind of cool. But like I've always been playing online with my friend, and only one person can play it with this merchant at a time, so neither of us wants to like make the other one wait while we learn how to play this insane game. But yeah, shout out to that, I guess.
That's so fun. Shout out to Balatro Mini being in Dave the Diver.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You can just pull and play Balatro in Dave the Diver.
Jason the other day just sent me a video of him getting like almost like an imaginary number, like almost breaking the game in Balatro.
Oh my God.
With the scientific notation, I don't know how that's possible to go even higher.
Yeah, he was in like, it was like E40 whatever, and like the game was like literally shaking, and like the fire got even more fire, and it was like I thought the game was gonna break. It sounded like the game was gonna break.
One of the newest, best ones. Oh my God! Shout out to Sabak in Star Wars Outlaws. Holy shit!
I have that physical,
dude. Okay, Isla. Fuck! I was so mad because at Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, that's where I bought it.
Back in the day, they used to have a Sabak person that you could play. Someone would just be, yes, you could play live.
But I've never seen them playing it. That's
so.
Cool.
So this was like a couple years ago, and it was all the time. But like, it's really hard to learn an entire card game when you're at fucking Disneyland. Like, people are waiting, or it's just like not ideal. So finally, Star Wars Outlaws comes out, and I learn Sabak. Well, I'm like, I'm a professional at Sabak now. I'm ready to rock. At Disneyland, Galaxy's Edge, no more. Oh. No more Sabak players around. Maybe they'll bring them back. I don't know, but I'm like, I'm ready to play now.
Gotta shout out to, I don't know if this counts, but the fucking water ball game in Final Fantasy X. Fucking, what is it called? Like Blitzball. Yeah,
Hell
the goers.
Hell yeah.
Sure. Dude, Huber, come on, man. There's one you haven't mentioned yet. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Means what?
No, your favorite. The other one.
Oh,
rhymes with Ort Ondor.
Fort Condor. Oh my God, yes. Loved it. 10 out of 10 in intermission.
Okay.
Intermission, intergrade.
Oh yeah, you didn't like it in Rebirth as much.
Yeah, because you didn't have control in Rebirth. It was more of a set. It was a set group of figures you had or whatever. Whereas in intergrade, you could full on change everything. It was way more fleshed out. Yeah, they kind of nerfed it in Rebirth. So hopefully in the third one, wow, it's so funny. What are they going to do after the minigame extravaganza in Rebirth? Because if we're getting the third Final Fantasy, is it going to be even more? Because some people were like, yo, this is too many minigames.
Yeah. No, they even said that. Yeah. Like, they're going to probably scale back on that. Oh, yeah.
But we need a good Fort Condor again. Shit. So, yeah, we'll see, I guess. Alrighty. Great question. Thank you, Schmitty, old boy.
That was fun, yeah.
Alrighty. From Matt. Howdy, allies. I was wondering what's the furthest you've got.
Sorry. I got to Huber you.
Yeah.
This is dumb, but shout out to the dice game you can play in Suikoden. Okay, go ahead.
Fuck yeah. Dice games in anything. I think there was a dice game in Valhalla too. I feel like I heard Sophia talking about that.
We have that in real life.
Yes.
We've never played it.
Okay. Yes. Also, the a brand new one, Ghost of Yote, the coin one.
Oh, that's like Crokinole kind of. You try to get it like, yeah.
You like
what is that game we have? Not Click. We have a really cool game with like magnets that you play underneath.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
It's really fun.
Cult of the Lamb had a card game.
Orlog, that's what the other one is called. Clask, yeah. Thanks, sweetie pie.
I feel like can we just force every developer now to have a mini game in it? Like every game is better.
If you have a long form RPG, it's almost required that you have a mini game.
That's a rule. New rule. You heard it here, folks. Yep.
Jason Wishnaw. I talked to him. He had it because he loves minigames. Yeah. And he wanted to put one in People of Note, but there just wasn't time.
Oh, DLC.
It's tough. You gotta play test a whole. Well, he has the puzzle battles, which are great, but yeah.
Sick. Shout out. People of Note. Now available.
Yeah. Buy it. Buy it.
Howdy, allies. I was wondering what's the furthest this is a good question for Isla. I'm excited. I was wondering what's the furthest you've gotten in a game before saying, sorry, game, I'm out. For context,
6 minutes.
For context, I was recently playing The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks on DS. It's a game I've started several times before, but despite enjoying the world and story, I've never finished it due to frustrating touchscreen controls. However, this time around, I made it all the way to the final boss. only to be hit by a bug in the game halfway through the fight. Somehow the boss was able to knock Link through an invisible wall and out of bounds of the main fight. This meant that I could only watch on helplessly as the boss turned his full focus on a defenseless Zelda. I tried for 5 minutes to get through the wall, but no luck. I would need to reset the console and hope that my progress was not too far back. Unfortunately, though, this was not the case, as the game asked me to sit through several unskippable cutscenes and start the fight once more from the beginning. It was at this point that I felt the game was no longer worth my time and made me say, sorry, game, I'm out. Thanks for taking my question. If you do, love and respect, Matt. I have one immediately. It is forgetting the meme. I'm forgetting the meme.
Johnny.
No, the game. The fucking Souls-like with the funny name that we always used to yell.
Dolmen.
Fuck.
Dolmen, dude! Dolmen! Dude!
Dolmen, dude.
Dolmen got to a spongy boss that had 1,000,000 HP, and it was one of those classic examples where the fight takes like 15 plus minutes, but if you make 1 or 2 wrong moves, you're dead.
Oof.
And it was at that point where I said, sorry, game, I'm out. Yeah.
Because you're talking about Souls likes.
Yeah.
You see that Mortal Shell 2 footage, dude?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Crazy.
Mortal Shell 1 is sick. I'd never finished it, but it's sick.
Yeah, no, 2 is freaking wild, dude. The one that comes to mind, I don't know if it's fair to talk about games where you're at the last boss, but it's I've gotten to definitely games where it's the last boss.
Oh, yeah.
This guy sucks. I'm not gonna do this. I've seen the game. I've finished the game basically. But one of the first ones that will always stick in my mind was a Game Trailers review, because one of those few games where it's I did the review without finishing the game, but I'm I finished the game. It's just this boss is just some bullcrap, right?
The truth comes out, Bloodworth. What game?
Dewey's Adventure.
Doomy's Adventure?
Dewey's Adventure. You played it on the Wii by tilting the
It's a Malcolm in the Middle
thing
spin-off
around,
game.
and so it's it was a platformer, but you had to use tilt controls the whole time. And then the last boss is just full on bullcrap. I was no. We're not gonna
Game
do this
trailer
anymore.
6.5 out of 10. Do we need to strike this review from the record?
No, that was actually not unusual. I had a moment of clarity from that, because it was pretty not unusual for GT reviews to exist on games that people hadn't finished, because it's long RPGs, and it's like Skyrim, right? It's what does finishing Skyrim really accomplish, right?
Right.
You're better off spending your time doing side quests and things like that. And I had that with Dragon Quest IX, where it's I wrote the review without having finished the main story, but I had put so much time into that game.
Yeah.
But then I told Bill Trinan that at Comic-Con, and he was you didn't finish the game?
Upset.
And then was never again. I'm going to finish games before I put a score on it from now on. I felt so embarrassed.
So funny. I love that.
Dude.
I love that story, Bud. Wow. That's iconic story.
Delegitimized. Holy crap.
It's such a good story, Bud. Dewey's Adventure. The most random game.
Done by Dewey's Adventure, dude.
Published and developed by Konami. Crazy.
There have been a few in the history of games, that have done that. Silent Hill 1, I've still never beat, because I've said this 100 times, but I got stuck in a situation in the final boss where I had no ammo but couldn't fight, and I could live forever but could never beat the boss.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Maybe it times out, but I never gave it long enough. But
yeah,
I don't know. I was a kid, but
yeah,
I need to. I'm hoping that the Bloober remake or whatever is good, so I'll just do it then.
Yeah, I think for me, it's mostly, the longer games, for sure. A recent example is Wukong Fallen Feathers. Wuchang?
Wuchang.
Wuchang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that game, no fault of the game. Game is really fun, competent, solid, Souls-like, really, really fun. Just looked up like how much more I had, and there was like a long way to go, and I was just at like a really, really, really challenging part where I was like, I don't have this in me right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on life circumstance too.
That sounds like a Neo situation.
I was just going to say that's me with Neo 1, 2, and 3, where it's like, I truly love these games, but they are 60% longer than they need to be. And I just blissfully forget to keep playing them one day and just never go back.
Yeah.
And at that point we said, sorry, Gabe.
I generally, that's why Dewey sticks out in my mind, because it's like, I generally don't intentionally stop playing something. It's just like, oh, I have to play something else for one reason or another. I was like, oh, let me pick this up, you know, and then like eventually I just get so sidetracked that like, oh yeah, that other game, I never actually got back to it. And like, I guess at this point I'll uninstall. But
yeah, there's definitely a difference between like enjoying a game and just having enough and like dropping off of it, which happens, you know, frequently. For me, like a lot of games pretty early on, I'm like, this is not for me. And I'm like, that's okay. It's no shade on the game. Like Saros, you know, it's like no shade on the game. Obviously it's a great game. I'm just bad at it and it's just not my cup of tea, which is totally nothing on the game.
I still have a grudge about you quitting Cocoon so fast, because you played that for like 8 minutes.
Cocoon.
Yeah, I should keep playing Cocoon. But then timing. other games where I'm like, I gave you 40 hours, man. And like, you
paid
just
my dues.
Fucked me in the ass with your story. I'm done. Like, yeah, there are definitely games where I'm like, we're done.
Yeah.
But
awesome, Matt. Thank you. Love and respect. All right, last one from some stranger. Hello, panelists. I've been thinking about car games recently, Bloodworth. Here we go. Forza 6 looks incredible. But part of me misses how the car genre of games used to be more diverse. Games like Destruction Derby, Interstate 76, Twisted Metal, Stuntman, Carmageddon, and Crazy Taxi were all games that were less about racing other cars and more about other activities. My question is, what do you think about the current state of car games, and are there other genres that you feel have also become less diverse? Thanks for everything you do, and good luck beating Law and Order.
Yeah, what was that number again? Because we're probably
close.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing? This is a way non sequitur, but I don't like. I assume it's true. Did you see that thing about episode 2 of season 1 of CSI?
No.
There was a case file on someone's desk that just said.
I saw that. I saw.
It's like, oh, they knew in 2000, dude. What the fuck? Anyway,
that is
go ahead.
wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like with a lot of things, it comes down to where the big investments are, right? Like the AAA stuff.
The Forza, the Gran Turismos.
Like, yeah, we get Forza and Gran Turismo like once in a great while.
And then Need for Speed like a little below those.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the heck's going on with Need for Speed right now. Like EA. And that's one thing that I'm like really annoyed with EA is like they'll just swallow up all these racing game studios and then just do nothing with them.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's because they are the James Bond villain.
But it's like, you know, like Codemasters went around buying all these UK racing studios and then, you know, basically to make themselves look more attractive to EA. And then EA buys them and basically stops everything that's happening except for F1. I'm like, all right, man, cool. Like F1 was like the moneymaker so that they could make creative, cool things on the side and not worry about them breaking the bank.
Yeah.
But we got the Star Wars racing game coming up.
Yeah.
So that looks pretty sick.
Yes.
Right? There is another, I can't remember the name of the studio. There is another studio that is broken off from the Forza Horizon guys.
Racer.
That is working on something and trying to get funding right now. So hopefully that thing gets pulled off. Fumes. Remember me talking about Fumes last year? It's
Fumes.
Yeah, solo dev. It's like,
is that the Mad Max-ish one? Like the yeah, that looks sick.
Yeah, like
Blood.
Like the only racing game I would recommend playing mouse and keyboard.
Blood.
I'm better at Saros and mouse and keyboard. I was thinking about that. Anyway.
Blood, the publisher of Star Wars is Secret Mode, which is part of Sumo Group, but the developer is Fuse Games.
Yeah.
I don't know who Fuse.
But they worked on Burnout and stuff.
Okay.
People.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Cool.
And Secret Mode also did that one we liked like 2 years ago that was like on foot racing. Remember that? Like you're controlling a guy running around instead of a car.
Ghost Runner?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so fun.
It's not Ghost Runner, I don't remember what the name it was. But
that
it was
Secret Mode.
So
fun, dude.
Yeah.
We streamed that. I remember. It's like kind of Tron looking.
Yes.
It looks a little like
66.
That's Sprint 66. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, that game was sick. I wish that game caught on. That game was so cool. Honestly, I'm gonna be cheeky. You're gonna hear it. I'm not. I don't want to be annoying about it, but I'm just hyped. Let me be hyped. I feel like GTA 6
there it is.
Could have a lot of Midnight Club Bloodworth. I feel like we could have a full-on Midnight Club game within GTA 6. That's how hyped I am with my radical pie in the sky dreams for this game. We're asking for too much.
But you're right on. You're hitting it right on the head though. Like GTA and Fortnite have had like their little racing things in there as well to kind of like absorb a lot of the demand for that genre, right?
Yeah,
so that's part of it.
Yeah, and the driving is so fun in GTA. Obviously, like GTA 5 physics are just so fun to use the cars. And remember, Franklin's ability to slow down time is like directly from Midnight Club. So there was like some kind of cross vibes there. So I'm wondering now with 6 if we get like if they lean even harder into that. Obviously, one of the trailers we saw for that game, big on car culture. They were really hyping that up. Like, let me be a full-on street racer. Like, have full-on quest lines about that. That'd be so fun.
Remember the Warhammer one we played a couple years ago too? The Speed Freaks?
Crazy. Crazy.
Like the orcs with their giant monstrosities that you had to take down.
Yeah, it feels like safer definitely right now for racing games, but I still feel like there is kind of a good there is some variety. Like one of the top games on my radar and on my list that I just have not been able to make the time for is Tokyo Extreme Racer, the reboot.
Right.
The word of mouth on this fucking game is good. There is hype about Tokyo Extreme Racer right now. I just haven't had a minute to play it. But
there was also the JDM or whatever, the Japanese Drift Master, I think.
Yeah.
Chat's shouting out the Dawn games like Trail Out and Recreation and stuff.
Yes.
Those are still kicking.
Yeah, Recreation is from Burnout guys as well.
Yeah.
To answer the other half of the question about other genres that I feel have become less diverse, Chat said God games, and I think that's kind of an interesting take because it's like those kind of just cease to exist almost.
Yeah. You're so and real-time strategy also is in kind of a downhill right now as well.
Yeah.
I would love a RTS resurgence. I really think it's going to take, like, obviously we get big RTSs still. Like, it's more of like the Total War vibe.
Yeah. What was that gate? The new one, the StarCraft Stormgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they are scaling back or something. I saw or something. Like,
yeah, they're trying to work through some stuff.
I feel like we're gonna need a StarCraft 3 or a Warcraft 4 to really, really signal that genre is back.
Yeah. Yeah, because it kind of feels like.
Isn't Molyneux doing a thing? That's what Mr.
No, that's like a Fable-ish kind of game.
Oh, right. Okay.
Isn't there some godlike in an Albion though?
Probably.
I just, no disrespect, like when I'm just not following.
No, I haven't been paying attention.
Peter Molyneux does. I'm not paying attention.
Give me
no, the game. I believe it's early access, and it's is it Masters of Albion, or is that a different game?
Like that.
Yeah.
But he specifically is like calling it his last game. So.
The Corsair Cove looks cool. It's not RTS, but it's like town sim pirates. Back on the pirate tip, but I don't know when that's coming out. But
Masters of Albion, a bold reimagining of the God game genre. Confirmed.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe it's
Swan
good.
Song. Redemption.
Yeah.
Masters of Albion is an atonement.
Atonement. We will regret our words and deeds.
Oh yeah, Screamer just came out. Somebody mentioned that. I haven't got to check it out yet, but just been getting some positive reviews.
Yeah, it looks sick. The anime vibes of it look dope. Alrighty, excellent question. Some Stranger, thank you so much. By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions. This week, they are about, one of them is about Zelda. So consider becoming a patron. Tune in to hear us talk about Zelda. You can do that at patreon.com/easyallies. And for just $5 a month, you get the ad-free version of this podcast 2 days early. You get into the official Discord. You can submit questions to Love and Respect. And for $25, there's also the producer tier where Brandon Jones reads your names out loud on this podcast each and every week. We also have Platinum Month. Yes, the Platinum. Yes, and the Platinum producers. Thank you, bud. The Platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. This month's shout outs go to Jabawabs, El Thanis, Lizard Wizard 64, and Raymond Wheeler III. Shout out.
Shout out.
Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions at patreon.com/easyallies. All right. It is time for bets. I'm looking for a pen. I already have my bet locked.
We'll just be honor system.
Yeah, just be honor. Just be honorable. I know exactly what.
You're last, so.
I'll be last?
Or wait, no, you're first.
I'll go first. You want to go first?
Last? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go first. Inconveni, One Store, Many Stories is finally coming out in just 6 days from now. It is coming out on the 30th. I'm so excited about this game. This could be Video Vault vibes for one of the best games. What did Retro Rewind? Retro Rewind. Retro Rewind is on my top 10 GOATY list right now.
Dude, sure. Yeah. It's a cozy year so far, dude. Yeah. We're doing all right.
We cannot back down. We gotta get back to that periodically.
Yeah.
The Video Vault calls.
I have liked like 4 or 5 games already this year,
yeah,
which is usually where I'm at for the whole year. So this is a crazy year.
Hell yeah. Got Onimusha coming.
Woo!
Let's go. All right. How many times will we see the word Shenmue in all of the Inconveni reviews? All of them.
I thought it was in top 10.
There's probably going to be like 5 anyway. I'm just saying all the reviews. Cover our
top
bases.
10. Say top 10 in case, because if there's 400 reviews.
All right, 10 reviews. 10 reviews.
All right. Up to 10. Up to 10. If there's
10.
3, we'll do 3.
It counts. Yeah, there's probably not going to be a lot.
That makes sense.
This game doesn't even have a wiki page. Yo, did Wishnov make a wiki for People of Note yet? I told him to. I told him to make a
I don't think that's super common, honestly.
You got to do it. You got to have a Wikipedia page.
You got to have a fandom page. People probably made that.
Like almost every game has a wiki page. I think it's just nice. It's important.
I don't think that's true.
Go to list of video games 2026 on Wikipedia now.
Yeah, they have a list of video games on Wikipedia.
That you can click into their own sub wiki for like all of these games. What are you talking about?
Not fandom, the other one.
There's hundreds.
What's the one that are wikis on?
You guys are crazy. Almost every single game. You guys are just wrong. I'm gonna call you out when you're this wrong. Straight up.
We might be wrong. I also don't care.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
you can be as passionate as you want about it. Not gonna change.
Because the reason I bring it up is because Wishnov agreed, and he was like, "We don't. That's a good idea. I should do that. Like, I need to do that. Like, why don't we have?"
I thought that the people made Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that gets confusing to me with like Wikipedia and Reddit, where it's like, oh, we should have our thing on Reddit or Wikipedia. And I'm like, do they want you to do that though? They like want them to be like fan created, and it gets
that's
really
what
murky,
I'm like, is a Reddit supposed to be made by the by the person or by the fans?
For Inconveni,
Yeah, what are we talking about? What's going on?
4 times. For Shenmue
You
4.
think 4 times?
4 times for Shenmue 4
We're going to
vibes.
hear the word 4.
Yeah.
Or
We're gonna hear
Shenmue.
Shenmue 4 times.
I'm going to say 1.
1 time. I like that bet.
That was what I had locked
It's
in
a
before.
good bet. It's a really good bet.
Blood, do you have... Ah!
Fuck. So you both will win with 0, 1, or 2.
Yeah.
I will win with 3 or more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I guess technically...
Come on.
That was a
Shenmue.
1 for audio listeners. If you did not pick up on
Blood
it.
said 1.
Come on, Shenmue. Alrighty. This one's fun. Last week's bet, Masters of Albion, speak of the devil, releases on the 20th. Wait, that game's out?
Yeah, I believe it's early access or something like that, though.
Oh, okay. Masters of Albion.
You wrote the bet. What do you mean it says it out?
I know. I forgot. There's a lot going on. There's a million games every time. There's a million games
You are
every
the
day.
most chaotic
There are so
podcast host.
There are so many
And that's
video
coming
games.
from me.
There are so many. It's hard to keep up. We asked how many words will be on the most recent social post, whether that is X or Blue Sky.
You should have picked one and
Most
the
recent.
account. What are we looking for? Were you going to look at like
The most recent.
15
No, just
social medias?
no, just Blue Sky or X is.
I'm trying to get to his blue sky right
Yeah.
now.
But whose account? Is there a company account?
This is Huber,
yes.
you know?
No,
This is
hold
the
on,
Huber
hold-
vibe.
No,
We're not bailing him out anymore.
Yeah,
Huber
no,
has to solve his own messes now. That's the official rule.
We checked this during the bet. Hold on here.
Wait, didn't
checked.
I put a link to the actual account we were going to use in last week's rundown, I think.
I think it was Peter Molyneux. Here we go. Hi, here it is. We've got it. We have the answer from April 22nd. His last post. Hi everyone. Somebody count this. You ready?
Hang on, I'm
You
trying to
copy it into a
put a link for us so we
Okay.
can look at it.
Okay.
Word
okay.
doc.
Okay. All right. But putting it in Slack under podcast. Here it is. Here's the link. Boom. Peter Molyneux. There it is. Hi, everyone. We are just 6 hours out from launch, and we are live streaming our countdown to launch. For any of you that are intrigued, you can join with the link below. I don't think the link counts. If we were part of the council, I would say no.
We said that the link would count as one word.
As
so
one
that's
word,
34,
Right.
34
What
words.
time was that one?
That was on the 22nd at 3:24 a.m.
At 3:24 a.m. Okay, I have a more recent one from the company account.
He's not logged in. He did this last time too. Oh no, that's the most recent one from him.
From him, yeah.
Yeah, but this one was at 10 a.m.
Oh, coming in under the wire here.
From who though?
Yeah, from
Peter
whom?
Molyneux?
No, from the company.
Well, Huber, is it the company or from Peter Molyneux? Which one are we doing?
We did Molyneux. We said Molyneux. 100%. 100. Check the tape. We said Molyneux. Promise.
I mean, you just forgot that links
Yeah.
counted as one.
I remember though. I remember. No, for sure. Check the tape. I remember. We did say
34,
Molyneux.
34
Yeah,
then.
because I remember checking his account specifically. We checked his account. We were like, oh, his
We
last
looked
one
up
was
his account. Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. So it was 34.
Yeah.
Locked in.
Sure.
I win. I had the high. I had the high with
Illusion.
14.
You colluded with Peter Molyneux.
I'm sorry. Chat, we said Molyneux, right?
Who the hell knows?
Oh, no, we did.
I guarantee it. Chat, we said
Yeah.
this, right?
I am 95% certain we said Molyneux, which is pretty good.
Listen,
Certainty.
man, it's all fine. 14, you had the high, and 14 is pretty low, so it's probably no matter what. Even on Bloods, it's probably more than that.
Okay.
Right, Blood?
Yeah, Blood. Well, the
didn't have
wild
a
card was NA. The wild card was NA.
No,
for this.
but I mean, the company tweet that Blood was just going to say probably had more than 14 words anyway.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like it's probably...
I don't know.
Slapdash. Alrighty. Thanks, Molyneux. Do you think anybody calls him Pete? Hey, Pete.
Probably.
If I see Molyneux, I'm just gonna be like I know the man. I'm gonna be like, oh, hey, Pete.
What about Petey? You think he's ever gotten a Petey before?
Hey, Petey.
Hey, Petey. Petey Malls.
Yo, PDM. What up?
PDM. Aren't those the guns in The Expanse?
PDMs? I don't know. I forget.
So did hashtags count or not?
The hashtags would count as
one word. Yeah, one word.
Okay, yeah. So it's about the same as 36 on that one.
Okay, sick. All right. Well, there we go. We dotted our I's and crossed our T's. Thank you, Bloodworth.
No
still bailing me out.
Yeah,
still bailing me out, Blood. Well done. All right. Bringing the current scores to the two-time defending World Series champions Los Angeles Dodgers with 7, Strawberries and Cream Dawn with 6, and the capable idea Isla with 5. We are all right there. And then Damiani and the wild card are on the board with 1. Promotions. Does anybody have any good promoting to do? Because Isla has a game to talk about soon. Heroes of Might and Magic.
Oh,
yeah.
You're just talking about next week's podcast.
Yeah, that'll be in next week's podcast.
There you go.
There's a bunch of things that's not scheduled yet.
I was on assignment. I get to talk about something next week or so, I believe. That'll be fun.
I have no information on that, so it might be good to copy some other people to keep you in check.
I was told by Sophia to tell you not to mention that today because the embargo is not... They specifically emailed us again. Perhaps they know who Michael Huber is.
Yeah, they know.
And then we should remind Michael Huber about embargoes. Can't talk about that yet.
Also, Inconveni. It's coming out. I want to play it. Also, next week, we're really going to take the deep dive into Vampire Crawlers.
Yeah, there is a Huber stream, so you can check out the Vampire Crawlers Huber stream.
I'm very excited to talk to Damiani about this addiction. It is out of control.
And we will see.
It was so
missed
fun.
It, we had a Pokopia stream with Jones.
Yes. I'm going to be locking down that Resident Evil stream on this Tuesday. There will be an announcement on the next group stream. I will be locking it in. So stay tuned. I'm just finalizing some things. Going to lock that down. It was so fun, Vampire Crawlers, just learning it. I love learning a game. Like, you start that game and you don't know what in the hell is going on. You don't know what anything does. And we were just talking it out. Like, oh, this does this. Oh, if I do this. So fun. All righty. The final shout outs, since I won the bet, shout out to, I still think we're in the shout out phase for 10 years. I still think it plays a little while longer. This isn't just some random 7, 8, 4, 6 year. This is 10. This is a milestone of milestones. And I'm still feeling the love and respect and the hype and the warmth of our community, our loyal community. You make it all possible. And I love you all. We all love you. And we're all so grateful. All of us. The final word.
If Mario gets a whole year, we can do 10-year anniversary the whole year for sure.
Yes. I love that. The final word is Daredevil Born Again might actually be the best MCU show of all time. Love and respect. See you later. Kill the beast. Kill the beast.
I say we kill the beast.
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, L. Thanis, Lizard Wizard 64, Raymond Wheeler III, Alexander Zirianov, A Red Knight, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, 44 Stars, Andreas Risberg, Andri, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Daniel Martinek, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Jesse Blue, Luis Ibarra, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Paul Sway, Stomps, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Tito Jobs, Chum Nguyen, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Alex Monaco, Anacroth, Anthony F., Anthrioni, Arthur Lau, Asbo Zapruder, Barry Tomasini, Brian Foster, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Chris Eccles, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Cody Day, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, Enya Hink, Eric Tobias, Forever Ender, Forrest, Gabriel Smith, Gino A. Escalante, Gustav Strombaum, Harrison Holt, Ian Anderson, Jesse Wilkeson, John McCullough, John Prey, Junya Motomura, Kai Yu Jensen, Carl Williams, Kevin Gillet, Kruva, Leon Keys, Mags Morato, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Max Miller, Miguel, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nycrypt, Nick Hill Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Oru Gachino, Patrick Held, Pixelated, Ray Aldiar, Richard Ma, Ritz 1906, Robert 7 Lee, Robin, Sage Mode Q, Salvers, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian T, Servino, Sean Johnstone, Cito, Strikeout NZ, Tadashi 047, Tim Strothman, Tomovi Kioni, Travis Ing, TZP2 Game Night, Wouter DeHaze.